Shadows in the atmosphere, charting the stratosphere. I prayed for you and kept you near in hopes you'd chase away my fears. I'm on my own, you made it so, and now I'm chasing nightmares too. I used to run with you through the great big leaves, laugh at you when you laugh at me. Hope for us because I believe the home was just you and me. I thought you were the one for me, that's why I gave you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas, oh you meant the world to me. Oh you meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, I'm gonna do this on my own. No point in blaming you, you did not know. Oh, I thought you were the one for me, that's why I gave you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas, oh you meant the world to me. Oh you meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, I'm gonna do this on my own. No point in blaming you, you did not know.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to tonight's CR6 broadcast. We're on the Bravo channel, the brand new Bravo channel. It's totally new and not acquired from anywhere else. But we're starting one of our playoffs matches. Of course, we're still Jared, if you'd like to walk us through the teams.
We have Kennesaw State, the 15th seed in the Premier Playoffs, and the University of Texas, also known under the alias of Longhorn Gaming Orange, with the 18th seed, playing our first matchup of the day in the round of 32, and the second matchup of the round. Yeah, so this is the winner of this match will be the second team to advance to the round of 16. In hopes for playing for that prize money for what was it, $6,000, something like that.
Something like that. And of course, the winner of this game will play the winner of Purdue Gold and SHSU. So the maps we're playing tonight as well are a little bit. Well, all right. Cafe, a very standard map. The first pick of Coast, obviously, I don't know how it is with Collegiate because, of course, I come from T2, T3. So I'm not sure if Coastline is a commonly played map here, but Coastline is a map that.
It's probably mid.
Yeah,
I would say
Coastline
it's
is a map
mid.
that's like never played at T2. Never really played at T3 either.
The maps that tend to be avoided here, the least played maps based off statistics are Villa and Theme Park. Those are the two
Villa?
most. Yeah, Villa and Theme Park are the
Wow.
two most banned maps in Collegiate. Coastline's about mid, around 50%. There are a lot of teams that ban Coastline because usually the teams that are more fragger heavy, teams that just can pop off with guns and everything, those are the teams that are going to take opponents to Coastline. And the teams that are a lot more structured, rely on their strategy and whatnot, those are the ones that are nowhere near as comfortable on Coastline. You see that those is.
Yeah, that's something interesting that Coastline is really not played at all up in the top level, but it's played a lot here. So we'll see. Of course, we're gonna have to get through bans first. KSU are starting on the defense, so Longhorn kind of has. above, he's really exposed to C4s. Smoke is also an operator that you're going to play nearly 100% of the rounds. And plus, with the recent shield change, it's really tough to use on. Well, Thatcher, the next fan, I mean, that's just kind of, that's default. I don't really.
I wouldn't say it's default on Coast. It's definitely.
Yeah, on Coast, it's kind of.
Thatcher bans on this map are going to be the one map that I say it's very perplexing to see a Thatcher ban. Any other map, I'd say it's definitely par for the course. But for Coastline, it's definitely more of the Stranger ban. And then also a Mirror ban, which I'm not entirely sure about that one. Again, these are kind of atypical bans for what you see on Coastline. You see a lot of information-heavy bans on Coastline. I would say, like you see Valkyrie banned a lot, Lucy. Yeah, there's the Valkyrie. So,
I would say Mira is still an okay Coastline ban, just because she's used a lot on.
Oh, not a terrible one, definitely.
She's really the only thing that keeps Penthouse playable at this point. So we're probably not going to see that site at all. Of course, I don't know how the collegiate meta is, but we're not going to see that. We'll probably not see that site at all. It's Kitchen
Probably
first,
not.
Instead of Hookah. I can't believe I have to say stop step bro.
Stop step bro. .ksu on the mute.
I don't know what do we say? Can we just call him Step Bro?
So his name is Fawn. So if you feel more comfortable with it, you could call him Fawn.
That's almost as bad as when I had to cast the game for ESA. I think it was the ESA finals, and there was a dude literally.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers. Attackers have discovered the location of a bomb.
You can see any of the three primary sites.
I'm worrying about the name.
Really just on comfort for the team. You don't see very aggressive ops coming out of KSU. You see a lot of Vigil has a lot of play here.
10 seconds left before insertion. 5 seconds left.
Some spectacular Mango.ksu.
Attackers objective is to defuse the bomb.
Mango.ksu? Yeah, that is the one and only that plays with Godly. Mango.ksu. I'm sure he'll be very appreciative of the fact that was mentioned. But they're touching on the smoke here, which is not necessarily but it's not unheard of. The quick engagement of Stakes is going to peek into the Nomad of Ricky Bobby.
Yeah, you see, I'm going to say, Coastline's not going to be a very good lineup that KSU is kind of counter to that. Of course, they have Wamai, they've got Lucy, they've got Jaeger, Smoke, all that good stuff, but they're not really playing aggro. Opting to use the as operators more for their guns than sit back and wait for the attackers to clear out their utility. Stakes already down to about half health. McCool as well, playing very aggressive on Wamai, which is not something we see very often. Usually he's in sight, he's just kind of tucked behind his shield, generating his magnets, but he's still trying to take this engagement. Of course, the attacker will fall off and just go up to the roof, and Longhorn will mount their standard top-down attack.
Yeah, it seems to me early on that UT looked to push horizontally, and just the mere presence of operators in the area was solely enough for them to change their course and go up and like, hey, let's take a penthouse, more traditional, more vertical push. And while that is always a fruitful endeavor because there's going to be people in sight, it's going to help for executes later in the round, you still have the defenders that are not going to be cleared around the map that are extended horizontally. And if that map control is not taken and they can't set themselves up for a plant properly, and they're like, that's going to be an issue later on for either flanks or when they're collapsing onto site, that they're not going to have as much presence around the map as they'd want to, because KSU is still going to have a lot of that map control.
If they can just hold the rotates, though, and make this service push successfully, then those guys inside of Sunrise won't really have a lot to say about it. Mango, though, the man, the myth, the legend, will go down thanks to Ricky Bobby pushing the service door. That was an aggressive play from Mango, and it will not net anything. Looklots, though, has been down on the Bucks. That's one of the Saw Breachers dead, but there's a frag from the Hibana. Poor cover from the man in Sunrise. Stakes will get the trade, but you're still down 2 for 1. Looklots will get rezzed as well, so he'll continue to impose his will on that top floor as the Nomad seeks to find a pick over towards jail. There's a player inside bathroom and a player inside of pantry, so at this point, if I were you, Longhorn, I might try to switch up and go for this kitchen take because the last couple defenders are pretty firmly held over by service. Duckzilla down as well. Now both your soft breachers very low on HP as I can't pick one wife who is now on top of Blacktop looking to cut off the kitchen rotate. He'll drop peek towards lobby, not find anything as KSU are playing this very passively and Longhorn are stalling out. They still have crossfires being held. The Jaeger will get taken out by Ricky Bobby though, but where's the diffuser? He gets taken out by Nomad. There's still a player over by Sunrise who gets taken out, but there's no time because the diffuser is somewhere.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure where the diffuser was lost either.
Nomad didn't have it.
Perplexing.
Did they drop it upstairs and then not pick it up?
Yeah, I mean, that's just really unfortunate because they had the picks and they really did a good job at collapsing there at the end. University of Texas did, but with no diffuser, you can't win. There's no place to put yourself in a position where that Wamai would have been in a very compromising position with no time left on the clock. That opportunity is going to slip away, and defenses are really important on Coastline with the split usually being about 4-2 in the attacker side favor. So it's definitely Texas. If it comes down to be a close game, Texas is probably going to be wishing they didn't shoot themselves in the foot there.
Yeah, that could have been an easy round if like the Sledge or the Zoe were able to get themselves on the kitchen counter and plant default in kitchen, but guys, just a little bit of lapse of judgment. We'll drop their first round. KSU now opting to go to Hookah as their secondary, which is very, very, very standard. Still bringing a pretty utility-heavy lineup. Now dropping, who is it? Dropping the mute for the Kaid on Hookah? I mean, okay, like, all right. Yes, you can. All right, what lore?
What lore? So, for those of you who do not know, the Canadian Pro League player not loading is a graduate of KSU, as well as the analyst for that team, Dev Pedham, is also a graduate of KSU, and they both played in the collegiate circuit for the last 2 years. And the operator selection that is being used here is the same operator selection that is used by the pro team Mirage on Coastline. So that might be, maybe their pro graduates are giving them a little bit of advice, and what they have is, usually what happens is the Cade roams, but it looks like he's sitting nestled up by Vase at the top of Cool Vibes right now. So a lot of the operator selection is definitely influenced from their partners, I would assume. That's just what it looks like to me.
Yeah, that's definitely interesting. And yet again, KSU are going to be going for a very, very heavy roam down inside of office. They even have an ADS covering them as well as Mango takes a stray bullet from somewhere. Of course, holding this downstairs can be a very influential part of defending Hookah, especially if you know that it's an Aqua take and you can deny using that C4 from below that Mango likely has in his pocket. Looklot still looking to challenge, will take a lot of damage on the retreat. The Jaeger gets cut down and he's actually on the floor. Is Mango going to be able to get the trade? McCool gets one onto Ricky Bobby, so down goes the Nomad. No air jabs, I think, used at all. And there's Mango with the refrag. Duckzilla dead, and Smack has still not been finished off either. So KSU coming away with a brilliant roam so far.
Yeah, even if Smack is going to bleed out here, which he most likely will, this is definitely, this is not the play out of Kaid. I don't know why he's going in here for this res. They had already won. They had already had man advantage. Now Kaid is back into the trenches. Hopefully he's going to be able to pull out and with his life. Although he is wasting a whole lot of time, the 4v3 is definitely a whole lot better. Now it's a 3v3. Kaid is hoping he can get back to site, sprinting, step for a backup. Cool Vibes is there's going to be a pick from above. Stakes taking out the Buck, who is on such low HP of Looklots. And now the man advantage is once again resecured on the side of KSU. As, just narrowly missing the smoke as my bullets go pew in the Hibana. Dumping flashbangs into the site.
Where's Diffuser? Diffuser's downstairs!
Is it lost once again?
It's downstairs again. I can't pick one wife who's going to be able to pick it up at least, so they've got it, at least they have control of it, but they don't have
The smoke still has smoke canisters in his pocket.
Yeah,
and
and
the
speaking
Hibana
of,
is gonna fall, and
yeah.
it's now a 1v3 all up onto the shoulders of I Can't Pick One Waifu with still 3 smoke canisters and a C4 on the board for the defense. Cross angles coming out from all sides as he bats back and forth rapidly, hoping that he can find ahead of one of the defenders. Pre-firing to luggage where no one is, and he's going to sit back. 10 seconds. He's got to prepare himself to make his final push. And does he see the smoke on the bullet holes? Yes, he does. He's going to lose HP to the smoke canisters and finally be finished off by the smoke of stakes with the SMG-11.
Why did the Hibana push?
Maybe a miscommunication is maybe she believed that the diffuser wasn't recoverable at that spot because the call was, as you pointed out, the diffuser was in no one's hands, and maybe it wasn't properly communicated that the diffuser was in a position where it could still fall into the hands of the attackers where they could use it to their advantage and possibly secure the round that way. But even so, she did not have the patience to wait for Zofia to be anywhere near her to refrag. So either that's a lack of communication from the team overall or just her impatience to push forward so eagerly and into the waiting arms of a smoke. So
that and the roam clear was really poor going into office. That was a really good job by KSU. I'm not sure why they didn't decide to maybe rotate hookah or go clear lobby first so they could actually pinch. They didn't wait for the pinch before trying to push into office. They did get a 2-for-2 trade downstairs. The Kaid comes back. He's able to get Buck down to 1 HP, and because the Buck is so distracted by the Kaid, he doesn't see the holes from above. I think it was McCool who got that kill on the Lamai with the floor holes. And because the Hibana didn't wait for the Zofia, not only was it a 1v3 for Zof, but they also didn't clear the shield. If Hibana just waits, then throws the flashbangs, Zof can clear the shield, whatever. You're now in a 2 versus 3, and the defenders have significantly less cover. What you do is you plant behind bomb chassis, you have someone swing, watch the hookah rotate, and try and take the fight over towards Cocktail. But, unfortunately, Longhorn didn't do that. And that was coming off of a pretty poor roam clear, and KSU playing that pretty decently well. That's a Goyo shield.
that is definitely a Goyo shield. One that is susceptible to the roof if Texas is aware of it, but on the blue bar take, you don't really see a whole lot of time spent on the roof from attackers, so that might go unmissed. Unmissed? No, might go missed. As a spawn peak's going to come out from stakes, and Duckzilla, the hard breacher, is going to be off the board immediately. Though the refrag is going to come out from I Can't Pick One Waifu, who is also a hard breacher. And is Nomad going to lag out? Ricky Bobby?
I'm not sure why.
Ricky Bobby is DC'd from the match. That is unfortunate on the side of Texas.
It's past prep phase too, so we cannot rehost.
And action has already happened.
Yep. So that's unfortunate. I'm not sure why they're bringing 2 hard breachers, although they are going to be able to get it open the mudroom wall, so they have a little bit of a line of sight. Jesus, I should get the words out. They got a bit of a line of sight into the bomb site itself. McCool is going to, with his C4, unfortunately, do a little bit of damage to himself and destroy the Goyo shield. It's kind of the only cover they had on default. It was a 3 versus 4.
They have the man advantage that is definitely going to aid them right now as Zofia just hopped in.
Uh-oh.
She's in couches. Does anyone know that she's there? Smoke is going to be eliminated, and then, oh, my bullets go pew is going to pick up the guy into Sunrise Bar as well. This has suddenly become a Texas round after the DC in the early pick, as Buck is now going to be sitting above hookah hatch. Is it going to be possible for the plant to come down as Smack spots somebody through the wall, taking about 50 HP off of Lot's health? Lot is actually going to go down to the castle. Stop Step Bro is going to pick up the kill, and then I don't know who killed him actually. It's now down in
one waifu. That was all the way from Mudroom because he just kind of walked up to the shield instead of being aware of the angle. And now it's the UMP in a 1v3 against Hibana, Buck, and Zofia. That's not a position you want to be in and not the guns you want to be up against. Hitting the prone nearly sees the head of my bullet scope Q. Hitting the vault, though, will reveal his location thanks to the sound cue. And Longhorn will finally take their first round thanks to a 4K by the Zofia. They're going to get a rehost.
No, that is a Texas rehost. Yep.
Yeah, so Texas
seems just
all
right. Looks like we're going to have our first rehost of the game coming out of the side of the University of Texas due to the Ricky Bobby DC. That was Kennesaw State's opportunity, in my mind, to really separate themselves from Texas for the remainder of this game. Yes, it doesn't exactly feel the greatest coming off the legs of a rehost. You'd rather just straight up gun, straight up outstrat, take a round from a team. But if blessing's going to happen to such as a DC, definitely not going to argue with it on the side of Kennesaw State. So it's really unfortunate that they did end up losing that round, but Texas probably didn't deserve to lose that round regardless, especially since they're going to come back and overcome a 4v5. But if, hypothetically, KSU had won that round, I don't really see a whole lot of hope for Texas on a heavily attacker-favored map. Already down 3-0, that can't be great for morale. Yes, this is Kennesaw State's map pick, but at the same time, I don't know. That definitely would have been the nail in the coffin to me. Maybe, not saying it would have been over. I guess nail in the coffin is very strong verbiage there, but it definitely would have put Texas reeling, like put them into a spot where like, hey, we need to wake up or we're done and out of here, map 1.
Yeah, and that was all thanks to my bullets go pew just jumping through the blue bar window because there was no coverage from the defense. There were 2 or 3 people in Sunrise, and 2 guys off site, just kind of hanging out, doing whatever, not covering blue bar. Usually on a blue bar defense, you have a couple people upstairs, 2 guys Sunrise, and then maybe 1 like officer blue.
Yeah, it's definitely an atypical setup because they were very focused on a lobby side push. I'm not sure if that came from VOD review based off the utility that they're putting up over there, or if that was just, this is our default setup, but they weren't playing anyone in office and nobody in lobby was holding blue bar through the shotgun holes made by I think it was the Castle of Stop Step Bro that made those shotgun holes. So it was just it was an oversight in the setup. I don't imagine that we're going to see that happen again with KSU, but you never know. I would hope that they learn from their mistakes, but we'll have to wait and see how it plays out throughout the game. Though very early, KSU looks like very strong team in this matchup.
Yeah, they look like a pretty decent defensive team on Coastline. I mean, of course, they did win the primary bomb sites first. Round 1 was Kitchen. Round 2 was Hookah. So it was a little bit of a. I'm surprised they didn't go Hookah first, but it's whatever. They still went. They still went to both of the sites. They do look like a pretty decently defensive team. They've been playing their utility, like okay-ish. What's interesting to me is that they've been bringing the utility heavy ops and not really playing for it. They've been playing a very aggressive style. I'm wondering how much they'd benefit from, maybe dropping like maybe the Lamai for someone like a Vigil or a band or someone who's really aggressive, because they've been playing super aggressively, not necessarily with the best guns. But I mean, they've still been able to make it work. So, and I mean, the one round that it did come down to wasn't down to poor management of utility. It was just down to lack of coverage itself. So,
yeah, and I think one argument could be made with the utility that they're bringing. That could just mean that they trust the roamers to not necessarily have the most protection, most information denial. Like example, for their office hold, where they had 2 people stacked up in security, which I think was was Mango on Malusi and Smack on Jaeger. They really trusted those 2 roamers to net kills there, and they had the holes and above to hold that area. That you didn't necessarily have to. They didn't necessarily have to rely on operators like Vigil who would deceive drones and whatnot, because they believed in their setup right there for their office hold on that hookah take. And so maybe that allows the utility that's back in sight. So later on in the round, once they believed and trusted in those roamers to burn that time, that they have all the utility that maybe, let's say, Zofia or an Ash goes off the board, and then later on in the round, they can't clear this utility because they've relied on those roamers to pick those entries that have that vital utility nowadays with the Ash charges, with the Zofia impacts, and the utility clearing meta. So that might be part of KSU's strategy. And to this point, it has worked out really well. And again, even before the disconnect last round as well, Jaeger picked the ace, which is probably the most profitable. The
True.
most profitable hard breach if you are going to play on Coastline and bring a hard breach. There's very peculiar to me that University of Texas is opting to take not one but two hard breaches,
Yeah,
in both
double hard
Ace and
breach on
Hibana,
Coast.
when a lot of teams you don't see take any hard breaches. Yeah, the Ace,
I guess-
with Ace's introduction, you do see more of it, and Hibana was always a pocket sort of thing, especially if you expected teams to go to something like Hookah or Penthouse. Those are the two sites there's more popular on, but still, it's very peculiar.
Yeah, the Hibana is definitely pretty standard on a hookah defense, just if you're going to open the cocktail wall, which Hibana didn't, I think because of the Kaid. Bringing both Hibana and Ace, I mean, obviously they're going to be a hard breacher because they expected that mudroom hold, as we just got a server connection error. Thank you, Steve.
Gotta love this game.
We gotta restart the whole lobby again. We don't usually see teams take more than one hard breacher, because even if they're doing that mudroom hold, you still really only need Ace. I'm not sure why they keep bringing Hibana. But hey, I mean, at least they had the redundancy after Ace got spawn peaked. But
yeah, no, I definitely agree with you there. So this is, with this being Kennesaw State's map pick, if I was Texas, especially being down just 2 rounds, I wouldn't be too worried about it. Especially looking back at Texas's only loss throughout the season came to Texas Tech University, which is the overall 6th seed, and their only loss coming to a forfeiture because they were not able to make their match time, make the default time. So that was their only loss. So technically, if you want to look at it this way, Texas has only lost to an undefeated team. So as far as that goes, that should be encouraging for Texas. They're on a map that, I'm not sure if they've actually played it this season or not. I would have to go back and look at their selections, but they didn't play this map. First map off the board in map bans was Consulate. KSU banned Consulate, and Texas is prolifically a very strong Consulate map, which is probably the most comparable map to Coastline. So
yeah.
I imagine UT is at least solid on a Coastline. That's just my assumption. There are some teams that will play Consulate and despise Coastline and vice versa. But I would assume that might be an indicator to the fact that they could hold it down and hold their own. So
yeah, it's definitely interesting so far. So we're just trying to get all the players back in the lobby as soon as possible. So I think we've got 9 people. Yeah, we got 9 people, and we're waiting for one more player on UT. So wait, who? I don't remember their names.
at the very minimum right now, for those that are interested in other matches going on around the league tonight, on our other stream right now, if you want to catch some live Siege, which I would assume it's up right now on the CollegiateR6 main stream, is University of Illinois Chicago versus The Ohio State. But the match is starting right here. So you don't have to wait very long of Kennesaw State versus the University of Texas, with the favor being in Kennesaw State at a 2-1 lead early in this one.
All right, they're going back to Kitchen. Kitchen, where they started things off with, if it's Malusi, it'll be the exact same setup.
Same
Yep.
lineup, yep.
Exact same setup. UT, though, taking an ace and getting random picked on the Finca. Last time they had a buck and a sledge.
I hope they stick the Finca. I would love to see a Finca play, just because it's one of those operators that is very rare. You don't see Finca ever into
Finca LMG is pretty good.
Pretty good.
He's not readying up. I think he's AFK.
There was a ready from both teams, so that would be kind of strange, and they might have time. Well, maybe they decided that, hey,
Defenders, protect your
it was
bombs
decided
from
for
being
them.
defused by
Let's
attackers.
try it. Let's give it our best shot with Finca.
No, I
that-
mean like he got random pick and like when you confirm your loadout, it's got the check mark. On the
Yeah.
box. He didn't. So I wonder if he just got AFK picked and now UT are just gonna be like, hey, we gotta deal with Finka now. Finka is a how do you describe Finka?
interesting operator.
Yeah.
I try to use interesting less and less as I cast because I feel like it's a very it's a word that a lot of people just kind of like describe everything with, but I definitely think interesting is the way to describe Finka because a lot of higher end players or higher tier players complain about Finka because it messes with recoil control, which people spend lots of time and effort into mastering. Then it's also very loud, her gadget is. But now she can res people from any part of the map and they get 50 HP, not just 20 HP from whenever they're rezzed. And then she has access to frag grenades, which is very valuable,
he's
and only
actually
a
not
handful of
bringing, though.
operators have.
He's bringing the hard breach charge for whatever reason on Finka.
Huh.
Finka is also kind of one of those operators where like if you know the boost is coming, you can compensate for her like 0 recoil buff. I think Finka is an operator that would certainly be a lot more universal if we didn't. If the utility meta wasn't so ingrained right now, and you didn't need all these other pieces that you'd have to give up for a Finka, we might see her a lot more. I know APAC runs her a hell of a lot. Her spear's not good. I hate it. The LMG is excellent though, especially if you're boosted and you have that instant ADS time and no recoil. You can just kind of spam the entire 100 bullet magazine. I think we'd also see Finka a lot more if she didn't have so many counters, and if all of her counters weren't like some of the most played ops in the game, like smoke, pulse, mute.
It's not a hard counter, but it definitely doesn't off the gadget. I wonder if University of Texas droned out this bullet hole that Stakes was just sitting on, but either way, he's going to remove himself from there as University of Texas takes Sunrise control. The minute's 30 still in the round. One difference I'd like to point out is Ace Duxzilla is going to kill Smack very early, putting KSU at a disadvantage. Sometimes too much confidence is a bad thing. Right now, you can see from the University of Texas, though, that they're doing a lot better job quelling in these roamers and spreading pressure early on in this round, where they just flatly pushed vertical, did not mess with any of the horizontal extension that KSU had prepped the last time they went to Kitchen, and now it's looking up from there. As Buck is going to catch the leg of Lamai and light him up down to 50 HP, and Stop, Step Bro, and Stakes are both going to die off screen as Nomad just vaults into the kitchen window, and now it's a 2v5 for Kennesaw State, leaving McCool and Smoke of Mango in dire straits to pull it back for their team.
Now they do know that the Nomad is under the window thanks to the Malusi Banshee. That'll be a frag for Mango, a pretty free one at that. But it's still 2 versus 4, and you're still up against a Finka who's currently boosted her players because they try to push over towards Kitchen. McCool will fall to said Finka, and now it's all to Mango in a 1 versus 4. The shield played by the Finka will catch Mango's head. The last 2 kills go the way of I can't pick one waifu. UT, the good round 4, definitely making good use of the Finka charges.
Yeah, definitely. As UT is going to even it out here, and I can't pick one waifu is going to drop a question mark into chat. University of Texas has quite a pair of hands on them when it comes to typing in chat. Let me tell you that. They have a history of being incredibly toxic in the chat, especially when unprovoked. So they are quite the typers. Last week, when they got absolutely floored by Texas Tech, embarrassingly lost 7-1. They were typing all game angrily. So it was definitely an interesting character trait out of Texas. It doesn't matter if they're crushing their opponent or they're being crushed by their opponent. They will constantly be in chat. Well, relatively to any other teams in the circuit, definitely one of the more talkative teams. And a lot of the times they have what it takes to back that up. So it's not necessarily a bad thing if you have swagger, as long as you have the ability to back it up.
Yeah, I mean that round as well kind of proved that UT has been decently proficient in the gunfights. A few misplays by KSU. One, why is Smack just kind of
Peeking.
completely exposed in the doorway?
That's Smack. Let me tell you, from the rank stack with Smack, that is definitely the number one. I just stop swinging. However, hopefully he will show his prowess, as he is one of the top 10 killers in all of CollegiateR6. And
The other
in
thing-
Faceit as well, he holds the same title. He is definitely a menace on Jaeger.
Remaining.
And though I like the term brainless for how he swings a lot of things,
The bomb.
he does pick up a lot of frags. And he is definitely not the person that I wish to be on the other end of the gun barrel. So
The
it
other-
really
the
just
other
comes.
weird.
Hmm?
I was gonna say the other weird roam play too was the Malusi inside of Office. So you're playing comp, and you see a drone at your feet, and you fail to shoot it, and the drone comes back to pester you. Someone's pushing you. That is
Yeah.
the only reason the drone is gonna come back. He turns his back, walks to the security door to shoot the drone, and gets shot in the back by the guy in the office door.
Yeah,
That
Stakes was
was, I mean, yeah, that was Stakes.
Yeah,
Bomb
Stakes was the
located
top
by
fragger
attackers.
going into the rehost, and has been on top of it so far today. Definitely made a misplay there. Needs to be more heads up in those gunfights, as UT is looking to do a hookah take as it looks early, though actually 3 of their players are still on the building, so it's kind of premature for me to say that, as who was that, Ricky Bobby is just kind of lurking below right now in lobby. And none of the players of Kennesaw State seem to really be pressured anywhere, to my knowledge. I wonder where the roamers are. It looks like they're holding horizontally right now. Both of them are holding in penthouse, and they're giving up all of below for free, which you could argue is actually not necessarily a terrible thing, because the Buck right now, if I'm not mistaken, is sitting outside of bathroom.
Oh no.
No, he's below. It's Sledge that's
That
outside
was
the
yeah,
bathroom.
that was the Sledge. The Sledge, I mean, if he was close to the site, maybe he could use his nades, but of course he's still got one Mai to go through. I'm just happy that the Nomad, though lurking around, has put her air jabs down. So she's just kind of a gun and flashbangs at this point, as from below, Stakes will take some damage and actually drop the hatch, trying to contest the bug, and he'll lose it. Look lost with the first pick on a very influential operator, and Mango goes down to Ricky Bobby as well, over by White Stairs. We're now in a 5 versus 3 in Longhorn's favor. They know that there's still a guy inside of Theater. Smack is getting bared down upon. He'll take some damage through the wall and lose the fight to the Nomad. A second kill for Ricky Bobby. 2 versus 5, a 3-man lead for Longhorn, and barely any HP taken off the board for the team as a whole as well. Looklots is low, but that's kind of it. The Kaid with a little bit of a late reaction, but Stepbro still with 1 kill, and he'll tack on for 2 as he swings the hookah doorway. Kaid shut down finally, though, and it's a 1v3, all ultimate cool. He'll find 1 versus 2, it's not
bomb has been
undoable,
located.
especially with 25 seconds left, but I Can't Pick One Waifu is going to be going for the plant. Where's the cover from Duxzilla? He's inside of VIP, what a shot from McCool, and it's a 1 versus 1. Can he find the Hibana? No, he looks away from the angle, and I Can't Pick One Waifu will prevent the round from slipping away. A 2v5 down to a 1v1. Excellent effort there by KSU. The Longhorn still able to claw the round back.
Definitely a valiant attempt there by McCool on the Wamai. What a beautiful shot onto Sledge as he was put to sleep in for the night.
Destroyed.
Oh, Lord. Oh, man. It was definitely a great effort. Is now, after starting down 2-0, University of Texas is now up 3-2 and looking to push this to the typical 4-2 split. Now, one thing I'd like to mention about that round is Kennesaw State was actually up, I would say up 5-5. Like, with a minute left on the clock and it's a 5-5, I give that advantage
Defenders,
to the
protect
defense.
your
Yeah.
bombs from being
100
defused by
times out of
attackers.
100. And then
'cause,
people
like-
started peeking, people started making like Smoke there. I understand he was pressured. He had a little bit of chip damage, maybe 10 damage off from the buckshot from below. He did not need to drop on the buck. That is not the play he necessarily needed to go for. And then Mango vaulting down the White Stairs dice to Ricky Bobby, who was baiting at the bottom of the White Stairs there. So it was obviously with information, knowing that the people were in, knowing that they had 2 players hunkered down in theater. Yeah, thank you. So maybe baiting is not the right word. Maybe a more
Holding.
appropriate term, like holding the rotate, flank walking. Thank you. That's probably the more delicate term that I was
Attackers
looking
are
for.
moving out to
That's
locate
what
a
he was
bomb
doing.
and
Is looks like
Flank watchers are just baiters, dude.
Yeah, flank watchers are just
Thinking
certain.
Nate's the best baiter in NA.
He is flank watch is just glorified term for baiting. It's the socially acceptable form of baiting. That's all flank watching is.
It's politically correct.
So yeah,
That's
that's
why,
the
dude.
word.
I'm not a baiter, right? I'm a flank watcher.
I'm a flank watcher, dude.
I flank watch as Ash, dude.
You're
Very
swing off
retarded.
the throne. No, I'm watching flank right now.
But they're gonna try hookah again. I will say though, although UT had a pretty good advantage because of their excellent roam clear and flank watch, KSU still had a pretty, Step Bro and McCool did their best. They each got 2 frags before
located
Kite
by
got
attackers.
or Kite got 2 before getting traded off. Lamai got 2 in the 1v3. And that was just I think that was a little bit of a perspective thing. I think the sight on his gun was covering the Hibana when he tried to peek. It was a little bit unfortunate. I think he definitely could have clutched out if that was a fair gunfight. UT are going to try again. Or, KSU are going to try again. It's pretty much, I believe, an identical setup, except no guys in theater, which I'm definitely happy about. They had no reinforcements on theater, and they had no utility on theater. So at the point, you're just kind of sitting there like a rat in a cage, just waiting for the attacker.
Yeah, it's more of a horizontal push this time coming out as the Buck you see repelled on the Aqua Balk. They're hesitant to push in because this time KSU has roamers below as it looks like Smoke is peeking the drone hole, hoping to light someone up, and Jaeger's going to take a lot of damage, and so is Sledge. I assume that's the gunfight they're taking right now in office as Mango is going to push up and try to help his teammate, peeking off the security door rapidly. Hoping to get in the down is going to come out onto Look Lots onto the Buck, and Sledge is still down 50 HP. Right now, the man advantage and the HP advantage into the favor of Kennesaw State, even though Smack is just barely holding on to life, as it's looks to be a full horizontal push right about now. The Smoke is going to be cut out, and a flurry of kills are coming in from the University of Texas. Oh no, as now it's a 1v4 for Stop, Stepbro, and KSU. He's just batting around looking for a kill. As he's going to spot the man on Cool Vibes, he does get the audio call as he just narrowly misses the pixel of the head. As onto the shield is the Hibana, she's going to hop in. Now down to the reload for Stop, Stepbro as he's going to pre-fire but lose the gunfight out onto the Zofia, who was on Big Window actually.
Yeah, he downed the Nomad. Yeah, he downed the Nomad.
Down the Nomad.
So that was...
Dude, poor positioning by Smoke, first of all. And I guess the other members of Kennesaw State as well, as they all just dropped like flies there after doing such a great job holding on for the early round. And even though not a whole lot was happening for University of Texas, much like the 5th round, patience kind of pays off there, is what it looked like.
Yeah, what happened was they were doing the horizontal clear, right? And you got roamers downstairs. Yeah. They are able to kill the Buck. First of all, pushing Office solo with no intel. First of all, that was very confusing. So he dies. Great job. Buck was the main pushing power who was able to get the Smoke out of the corner he was in and find the first frag. Now they don't have that vertical destruction that's also important in taking hookah anymore. So good job.
Attackers need to locate
and then
as many bombs as they can.
The Smoke is not playing behind Cocktail Bar. Instead, he just walks out into the middle of the open window, and that's an easy kill for the Zofia. Then downstairs, yet again, Ricky Bobby on flank watch inside of Sunrise. Those 2 guys, I guess, just lined up for him. That was an easy 2-piece. I don't know why after killing the guy in Office, you would go all the way back to blue to try and rotate up Cool Vibes. Because the play from the attack so far has been taking Sunrise first. I don't know if maybe they weren't ready for a fight, even though that's where UT were taking, or if they just happened to line up or lost their gunfight. But either way, great job by Ricky Bobby. From there, it's 4v2 on site.
Absolutely. Since his disconnect, Ricky Bobby has been lighting it up so far. Like, while he's not exactly... Actually, I feel like lighting it up is a bit of an overstatement because I think he only has 5 kills right now. He's sitting on the Maestro right now, so we'll see what he does. However, I do think that every round he has come up with a kill. He has netted himself a kill. So he's definitely been impactful every round since the rehost. So definitely good on him. As it looks like a horizontal take is probably what's going to come as 4 attackers spawned in ruins for Kennesaw State. I think it was 4 attackers.
Dude,
yeah, something like that.
I didn't think Steak was going for the barricade break. I thought he just got hit by L85 recoil, and I'm like, dog.
Oh, and a wallbang comes in from Zofia.
That was droned out. I was gonna say that had to have been.
Yeah, that had to be drawn out in a Z-ping.
That's unfortunate.
Audio cue now for.
Well, no, there was no. I think there's an audio cue. There was no Z-ping on the screen. I think they just droned it out and they just said there was a bullet hole watching the doorway, and he pre-fired it.
Was he even on the bullet hole? I didn't see him on it. I thought he was deeper in.
But I know there was no Z-ping, so that must have just been a really good, a good location call. So good job to the Zofia of Smack, and good night to My Bullets Go Pew, one of the main driving forces for UT so far in this map. So an early advantage for the attackers is they're already starting to pressure over towards the kitchen doorway. They are right up against the precipice of the site. Ricky Bobby roaming his Maestro. All alone, over towards bottom luggage. Mango trying to roam clear the Jaeger, who's currently by Vase. They have the yellow pings as well. Pre-firing up, won't land as the Jaeger gets away over towards Aqua to join the Maestro. It's a little bit concerning so far from UT. They've got a really early entry, and they got a pick. They haven't gotten much map control other than that. They're just kind of waiting around for the defenders to reveal themselves, and it's wasting a lot of time. There's only 55 seconds left. Aside from that pick on the dock, they've really got nothing. Mango, I mean, he's trying to play aggressively. There's no one watching it. Actually, if Mango just walks in right now, he could probably find free picks.
Yeah, it's a 5v2 on site right now. If they push site right now, it's a 5v2 because this Alda is in the middle of nowhere. As the Alda is actually going to hit the air jab of Stop Step Bro. And Looklots is in a hookah, so right now definitely not the best positioning for the defense. All it takes is for KSU to just muster up the courage to push in. As Sledge is going to take some... Oh, no, Ash is going to fall right there. And it's now double kill from Looklots, who was seemingly in a bad position, peeking holes that were made for him in luggage just a second ago. As it's going to be a flurry of kills for the University of Texas and Kennesaw State. You hate to see it just stalled out there. After taking the map control that they wanted, they didn't know the direction that they wanted to go in. And one thing I was trying to point out there was they had 3 drones up. Not necessarily ideal if you want to be able to execute, and one of them was still in Zofia's pocket. So with only 3 drones alive and 1 drone in Zofia's pocket there, that's not necessarily a recipe for success. Well, they got the great kill early on off of drones, the wallbang onto My Bullets Go Pew. It doesn't really seem like the drones were utilized much after that. It just seems like they were sent in to die. No one was following them. The roamers above got free reign for a long time, and without them being cleared, they were able to make such a heavy impact on the round as late as they were. And on top of that, there was a window of opportunity with Maestro and security, Jaeger and Pink Bar, where they're just nowhere near the site, unable to have an impact, and that was for at least a span of 15 or 20 seconds, and still, I don't understand why Kennesaw State thought that, no, this isn't the time, this isn't when we push in and take, but definitely very interesting decision by Kennesaw State, and I'm not sure if that's just due to lack of information, if they're playing scared or what, but they definitely missed their window to strike, and they didn't take the initiative to roam clear either, so neither of those are winning solutions. But nevertheless, too much dawning on the last round. Here we are at Hookah, and we're going to have a pretty similar setup between the two teams. Both teams bring the Wulmai, both teams bring the Smoke and the Jaeger. And then Wall Denial, though Kennesaw State favored the Kaid. The Bandit's going to be favored on the side of the University of Texas. That's Wulmai's going for a spawn peek here. And he's not going to net anything, but he's going to go fishing once again. But nope, nothing's going to land on the hook, as he is struggling with this barricade that he prepped. It's really unfortunate. I was really hoping to see somebody die off that engagement. I'm bloodthirsty. However, the Bandit is going to be playing below an office right now, and it seems KSU has information on him, as there's 3 people stacked outside of offices. They're going to miss the fire as Bandit just sprints by, and he retreats into courtyard.
There's a flank watch of Nomad if he tries to go blue bar, but Smack already killed by Duckzilla. That's probably the drone hole angle from above. Yep, that was the drone hole angle from above. That is unfortunate for the Zofia, and that is a pretty bad loss of utility, especially with the way that UT are playing this. They are playing around the shield, around the Wulmai, and around the Evil Eyes. Now you've just lost a significant portion of your explosive utility. Sure, you can still use the aces, and you've still got Ash, and you've got the nades on stake, so you got just enough to clear all of it if you use your burn right. Here's the Bandit yet again playing very aggressively, now looking towards security where there are indeed 2 attackers. Mango just doesn't check his corners, that's going to result in another death for the attack.
Yeah, and Stop Stepper is going to fall back into office, meaning there is going to be no refrag potential onto the Bandit, but I feel with the lack of information there as well, it would have been just... Oh no, as he's going to be picked anyway, as Wamai is going to go for more, but he's going to be shut down by the ace of McCool. Now leaving Kennesaw State in a 2v4. The Stakes is repelled in a very strange position, and he is going to pick up a kill and repel into the hallway.
Located by attackers.
What a play! The balls on this man.
Who repels there? Nobody. I don't think I've ever gotten killed or gotten a kill from that position. And there you go, Sledge able to.
Never been in that position.
Yeah, able to make it work. I mean, he's swiftly traded, and that's kind of why you don't see a lot of people there. It's extremely exposed. McCool has 1 HP, and he has absolutely no clue where this bandit is. He's only aware of maybe a general vicinity. The bandit, proning behind the couch, is now going to peek up, and as McCool looks down the stairs, my bullets go pews and finds the kill. You'd see with round number 8, it was a 2-0 for
that point.
Yeah, it was a 2-0 for KSU, and then after the rehost,
6 rounds straight
all
for the
Longhorn.
University of Texas.
This is KSU's map pick too. So
this is KSU's map pick. I'm definitely very curious to know what their struggles are on this map, to be completely honest with you, because I've had a lot of time with the team this week. I've seen their scrims. They have looked very proficient on this map, and I have a little bit of a hunch as to what's going on right now, as to why they're not being successful, but that moves less into casting and more of the surface level and more into the analytic and breaking down the nitty-gritty. And I'm not going to potentially
they keep walking in with no drones and dying to people they don't know.
Yeah, but that goes back to this concept called drone economy, right? Drone economy is the most, but I would say the least talked about concept in how to be, what separates the good teams from the great teams. You look at pro league teams like SSG, where they have Thinking Aid controlling an army of drones every round, to some of the great T3 teams that maybe they don't have a drone economy just as good, right? Drone economy is one of the things that no one is exactly going to tell you, like, hey, this is what's up and how you improve as a team. Drone economy, those little black things in your pocket, those little things that seem to be little insignificant, right? Like, those, just like, it's, what, hand size? Doesn't seem to be very important, but comp players will tell you they are the most important thing. As soon as you get past, I don't know, gold 1, you realize that that is the most important thing in the game for attackers. It is their only source of information. And drone economy right now is definitely hurting KSU, but that wasn't the only thing I was definitely going to single in on. But hopefully they can correct some of their mistakes. And hey, we saw University of Texas lose their first 2 attacks and win their next 4.
That's true.
So it's definitely not out of the realm of possibility for KSU to do the same thing.
Although
it would just have to be a very different KSU than we've seen.
Yeah, they only have 1 chance. 1 mistake, 1 slip up, and there you go. That's their map.
Yeah, no room of error.
Yeah, that's their map. So yeah, I mean, there's things we can touch on that KSU aren't really doing well. 1, drone economy, and 2, refragability. Nearly every time they've gotten killed, there's not much of an answer back. I don't know why Smoke thought that was a good idea to take that angle with a shotgun, because there's no headshot multiplier in Siege when it comes to shotguns, so he'll get picked off by the Pixel. Mango, the second one on I can pick 1 waifu, and now it's UT just kind of dying to angles that they don't need to be holding. Look lots as well, trying to support from 90, goes down to a great pre-fire by Smack. And it's Ella and Clash. Not the 2 operators on this lineup that you want in the 2v5 situation.
No, definitely not. You would have preferred someone like Smoke to stay on the board instead of to be erroneously peeking, but nevertheless, there he is, as Clash is going to be gone up, as Clash and Ella are both going to be on top of each other, and if KSU utilizes their drones here, they're going to realize that both sites are free. Oh, not anymore, as my bullets go Pew is going to put himself into the corner. He's going to take a chunk of damage off and Smack onto the Zofia, put himself into the corner of Sunrise, but he's going to be pushed by the Nomad as Stop Step Bro. Is now going to be down to the Clash in a 1v5, and Stop Step Bro is also going to pick up that one, and it's going to be a flawless round coming out of Kennesaw State University.
Wow.
Turn that.
Longhorn just kind of peaked and died.
Peaked and died.
That's all there is to it. That's just how Coastline goes sometimes.
Kennesaw
right.
State was better at
Ricky
the point
Bobby.
adventure.
Ricky Bobby, why are you peeking a pixel with a shotgun? You really think that all 8 of your pellets are going to go through that?
Well, you gotta think with the way that Ricky Bobby has played this game. He's very unique play style. Definitely not the same prowess, but I would compare himself to Laxing in the way that he takes risks. Laxing with his play style, very strange. Definitely more of a lone wolf. And Ricky Bobby has done the same thing. The issue that I have with his play style, which on Nomad he kind of walks around like the rounds that he was pushing lobby by himself, and he got picks, right?
Attackers
On
need to
defense,
locate and defuse bombs.
it's a little more, what's the unprofessional word for it? Papega? Because he's on Maestro, he's on Smoke doing these things where he's so far off site with utility in his pocket and making these sort of ballsy plays, or in that case, peeking something when he has a lot of utility in his pocket, and you have the clash that's supposed to deny minutes worth of
Yeah, basically like a clash pick is like a mirror pick, right? It's not something that you just go like, hey, we got room for another op. Let's throw her in there. No, your strategy is usually completely revolved around that one operator. And the fact that they didn't play around that operator at all is just kind of unfortunate.
I believe the Jaeger tried to, at the very least. He was the one peeking off of her in base, but he died very early to Mango. Great entry by both Duffy and Ash there.
By the way, too, massive shout out by the way to Squash, Haywire Sky, and Sighted. I love those guys. They were in ESA. They were on Carnage Gaming.
Oh,
and, wow! Looklots gets taken out.
Squash is a homie.
By Smack. Yeah, Squash is. I didn't know he played.
We played them. Yeah, so the very first playoff game, I'll enter it real quick. Very first playoff game in the preliminary bracket was the University of Georgia versus Georgia Tech, which I am a member of. Oh, this Smack's gonna fall off the big window. A member of University of Georgia. Squash is University of Georgia Tech. We played this Friday, UGA. We were I can't speak. We were able to take home the W, and we were the first team to move on. But great job from Squash, Africa, Servain, Jello, and Shogun. Like they had an absolutely great performance.
I remember too. Does Squash still play like Ash Buck?
He played Ash. I know he does. And
I remember Squash was the we called Squash in T3, but back when Carnage wasn't having such a great time, Squash was the entry death Buck, is what he was. I'm very glad he's doing better. Sighted and Haywire also not like not long-standing members of Carnage, unless they were as subs, but they were there towards the end of it, and I certainly casted my fair share of them as well. So I'm glad you three are doing well. Give my love to Muscle and Husky and them too. But we still got this game, and as I say, that Duckzilla from above is gonna killed by Mango with the help of the Buck. So this is what the vertical control is supposed to look like, and KSU are doing a damn good job of it. Now 4 versus 3, so at least it's only a one-man lead that Longhorn have to work themselves out of. Very separated. Vigil inside of Sunrise, Wamai kind of hovering outside the kitchen doorway, but Ricky Bobby is over towards security, and this is a service push. Like you said, the defenders don't really have anyone over there to stop this push, but the Alda through the hatch, right to Mango's head, and it's a 3v3. Okay, so even man count, and they still don't really know where this Maestro is. Vigil is now there to help for some kind of trade. So Longhorn now playing a lot more together. He'll be droned down. There's the pressure from above, but the Alda, 81 bullets, by the way. All he's got to do is hold left clip, and Stakes will go down through the floor. Now the last 2 attackers over by service entrance. They have, I guarantee they've got no clue. Wamai is just sitting here. You can see his foot just a little bit exposed, but the attacker can't notice it. ADS is burning his flashbangs as well to make for the entry. Smoke goes down. McCool with a great kill on a Ricky Bobby. But where's the defuse planter? No, he goes down. There's the kill on the Vigil. Where's the Wamai? He's still tucked in the corner, and through the smoke, Stepbro can't salvage it. It goes down to a 1v1, and again, a pretty decent try by KSU with the rush. But Longhorn still lock it out, and they will take the first map, 7-3.
Yep, 7-3 on their map pick at that as well. excellent performance by the University of Texas after that rehost there. Really decided to bring it back. Stakes, who was superstar before the rehost, top frag in the lobby, ended up 1-6 after the split. So that's definitely not something you want to see. Don't want his impact on the early rounds to be gone unheard because he was the most impactful player in the lobby. It just after the rehost, things just kind of went down there from there. As we're going to be headed to Cafe next, where Kennesaw State will be starting on the attacker side. So definitely not the momentous side. And that is their choice. So maybe they have something in store for their Cafe attacks.
Yeah, Cafe. Choosing attack on Cafe. I know Cafe is a map that some teams feel a lot more comfortable with attacking than defending. Cafe can get claustrophobic pretty easily. So we'll see. I know Thunder Logic. If you know T3, you know Thunder Logic. They were Oblivion 2.0. Loved attacking Cafe. They hated defending it, loved attacking it. So we'll see if Longhorn has something special
Add me
in
to the
store
list.
for us. Or KSU chose attack, right? Yeah, because it's Longhorn's map.
KSU chose attack.
Picking attack. We'll see if maybe they've got something better. Because their attacks, other than that one, was kind of
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Muscle's in chat. I love you, Muscle. I didn't shout you out originally because I didn't know you were in chat. I love you too. Did I ever tell you about Muscle's profound ability to just like teleport into the site?
You did not tell me about that. But it sounded like a very unsuccessful me.
No, dude, it would always work. Like he would play IQ, right? He would love IQ. He was the IGL. He would always play IQ. And I remember like specifically on Bank, he would just like appear in the site like out of nowhere and get 3 kills. It was like, what? Okay.
That's a gift.
It is a gift. And I miss all the Carnage boys. But I think DJ is prompting me to stop talking and throw to a break so we can start with the next map. So don't go anywhere. In the next couple minutes, we will have map 2, and we'll see if KSU can answer back or if Longhorn can finish out the series 2-0. We'll be right back.
How many minutes?
Broken alone, I feel the rain crashing down all around this empty town. I'm searching for the lost and found, but you don't care, you're unaware. Keep moving like the scars aren't even there. It's in the air like a blazing flare. Don't stare 'cause the flames will burn us. I thought you were the one for me. That's why I gave you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me. I used to kiss your head when you cried for me. Hold your hand while the pain was over. Keep you warm by the roaring sea. You meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me. My darling dear, you're never here. When I'm in pain, you hide and disappear. Like shadows in the atmosphere, charting the stratosphere. Yeah. I prayed for you and kept you near in hopes you'd chase away my fears. I'm on my own, you made it so. And now I'm chasing nightmares too. I used to run with you through the great big leaves. Laugh at you when you laugh at me. Hope for us because I believe the home was just you and me. I thought you were the one for me. That's why I gave you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me. point in blaming you, you did not know. Oh, I thought you were the one for me. That's why I give you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, I'm gonna do this on my own. No point in blaming you, you did not know. Oh, oh, I'm gonna do this on my own. No point in blaming you, you did not know. I thought you were the one for me. That's why I give you everything.
Welcome back for map number 2 between Longhorn and KSU, round of 32. Whoever wins this will move on to the round of 16. So if you were not with us for map number 1, Coastline, KSU's pick actually went the way of Longhorn, as KSU Longhorn won 6 in a row before trading rounds to finally take it back. So it was 7-3. And hopefully KSU have something better to show up on Cafe.
KSU is also a very good cafe team. So is the University of Texas. University of Texas most recently playing it versus Texas Tech University, which they lost narrowly 7-4. A map that really could have gone either way, if not for some errors on one side or the other. University of Texas favors a Cali on this map, which is very precarious. Unless you see it strangely banned out here, we will probably be seeing Duckzilla on Cali unless they have made some markups and rewrites to their strategies on how they attack things. But we won't be seeing that for 6 rounds, but it's something I'm definitely excited and looking forward to. As University of Texas is going to start off with the bans here. And another interesting thing I would like to highlight, as just mentioned before the break, Kennesaw State is choosing to attack on a defender-sided map in Cafe, as the University of Texas is going to take Maverick off the board here first. And Kennesaw State, let's see if they actually go through with it and ban Thatcher as well. To be determined, as no, they are going to stick with their Montaigne ban even after the nerfs coming out to the French Mountain. Is that paying you?
I mean, okay, Monty is a better operator on Cafe than he is Coast, but it's still weird, especially with the shield changes. Shields have been, like, substantially weakened. But I guess it's a comfort ban, and they'll ban out Mira, which definitely makes a lot more sense. And final defender ban.
Maybe they saw something in VODs. Who knows?
Maybe. I would assume, like, maybe Wamai. What was the last?
Wamai is a popular T3 ban. You start to see it a little bit in Collegiate, or Valkyrie again, because that's what they went with last time. And we are going to see Valkyrie, which leaves a numerous number of operators up. That leaves Maestro, which, what's his face? Ricky Bobby was so incredible with last game. And then it leaves Malusi up, which you saw Kennesaw State run that literally every single round, even though it wasn't really used by the University of Texas. It's more of a Kennesaw State pick. And the operators are starting to lock in, as we just are missing one more, and it's going to be the quintessential Jaeger. As Ricky Bobby's going to grab that, and he's no longer going to be on the Maestro. My Bullets Go Pew is going to take over that job here, and K is going to be 6-pick to a Pulse. With no IQ on the board, they better hope that they have a lot better drone economy this round on the side of KSU if they want to sniff out this Pulse and not be affected by a late game.
I would assume the Pulse is going to have help from the Jaeger as well downstairs, because you don't typically leave a Pulse alone.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
A good one, you do.
No. All right. You're gonna have Smoke, Maestro, Wamai. Wamai likely in Pixel, Maestro, or Smoke inside Freezer or Bathroom, and Maestro inside a Cocktail, and then the two below. So Paul's gonna call out all the info, play with the C4, Jaeger there for his cover. Like you said, I hope KSU has a lot better drone economy. They'll already lose one in prep phase.
Is it 2? It's going to be 2. That's unfortunate.
Zofia, well, okay.
No, it's
So
only one.
everybody
It's only
move
one.
out.
There's no meds.
10 seconds
It's just
left.
no meds drone that they
Yeah,
lost.
just nomads. So Zofia's gonna sit her drone in New Balk. I'm glad she didn't
5
decide to just kind
seconds
of
to go.
drive it right into the site and get her bomb spot points, get her free 100. But,
Attackers' objective is to locate a bomb and defuse
they've even got a shield inside a bathroom protected by an ADS so that someone can play aggressively in there, so that Looklots can not only hold the pixel doorway, but also prevent anyone from really establishing too much control over Piano. At least not until that shield's cleared out. So that's definitely an interesting play.
Interesting indeed, as KSU is going to make themselves to the roof. I don't want to say anything to incriminate any teams that I know their strategies, but it's not necessarily the most. Especially when you have a Pulse that can definitely hold their own below, as Stakes is going to go to my signature peak that I've taught so many people over the course of rank that is almost a freebie every single time onto the player in Pixel corner. As it seems Ricky Bobby is going to be scoping that out very late, and a minute is already off the board early on into the round. Is it looks like KSU is still setting up for their push. I have no idea if they are aware of the pulse below or not. It seems this drone and reading is going to make Kennesaw State aware. I'm not sure if Pulse actually found that drone or not. As no, it looks like Kennesaw State's going to continue to drone into.
Oh, he's just gonna
Piano.
walk in, huh?
Yeah,
Why?
he does not care.
Why? Why would you do that? Okay,
He doesn't
Smack,
care.
With literally probably the most brainless entry I've ever seen into Piano in the world, and Stakes is gonna get his head ripped
That's so
off.
cruel.
My bullets go pew. That was an excellent shot from the Maestro too. And unfortunately, Stepbro is going to take a hell of a lot of damage trying to rotate through red thanks to the gas canister from Looklots. So already, KSU's entry kind of being snuffed out by the Piano hold of Texas Longhorn. So, Mango, Stepbro, and McCool, we'll see what they can do. They still have a fair bit of utility. You've still got the burn from the Ash. Never mind. You've still got the smokes. Never mind.
the diffuser.
You just have Stepbro and his gun.
Attackers have recovered their diffuser.
So,
Sometimes all you need is step, bro.
yeah. 1 versus 5. Can he do it? No, he can't. Duckzilla from below. There we go. That's the Pulse finally with the C4. A flawless round from Texas Longhorn. Every time I tried to point out a positive for KSU, it just
It was snapped away
Longhorn wasn't
by the
letting
University of Texas.
they
Yeah,
weren't letting
no.
me having anything.
Making your job very hard as a caster, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Oh well, it is a defender-sided map, so I wouldn't be too worried about Kennesaw State yet. However, if you want to look at the meta scale of things, they have lost 8 of the last 9 rounds now, officially. So definitely not a positive statistic if you are a fan of Kennesaw State. The entries that I would like to call a two-headed dragon of Smack and Mango have been relatively quiet today past the first couple of rounds. So definitely
Defenders protect
definitely
your
a
bombs
lull
from being
in their
defused by
attack.
attackers.
Oh wait, lull.
Lull.
I thought you
Yeah.
said lol. Like
Nah.
LOL, and I was like, wow. You're gonna call me cruel, but you're gonna call their attacks lol.
A lull and LOL. Laugh out loud, dude. That's all they are.
Thanks, Pojo, man. Are they doing a bakery hole? That's cool. That's not something we see every day. So they're gonna castle off small bake, make the rotate, reinforce the wall as well, and they're gonna hold bakery likely with the Wamai. He's got the
10
shield,
seconds
he's got the
left.
magnet, so he can just continually protect himself throughout the round. And I wouldn't be
5
surprised
seconds
if he's
left.
got maybe an ADS or two covering. He does have an ADS. He's even got a Banshee.
Attackers'
Hell of a lot of
objective is to
utility,
locate a
but
bomb and defuse it.
no rotate. So they clear out all this utility from the Wamai, and the Malusi doesn't stay in prep to try and cover him and get his cross. Wamai is good as dead, but again, that's really up to KSU and how well they can manage their utility.
Indeed it is. Like you said, bakery take, or bakery hold, excuse me. kind of retired. Not exactly retired, I guess would be the word, but out of meta, out of date. Most teams you see, well, it's not necessarily bad, but most teams you see, you'll see them roam, usually anywhere above, take time, burn utility. You see a vigil very popular on cafe, third floor roam, open the freezer hatch and fall back, or you just see an extended white roam, or excuse me, extended roam into white VIP and coat check with shields and a hell of a lot of utility. As Mango pre-fires out onto what he would hope to be the bandit, who's playing over by stacks right now, but they're unaware of where his location is as he continues to peel off, and a minute has been wasted off of the roam clear of Kennesaw State. So the bandit, although boring, has technically done his job to this point. Killed drones, fallen back, peeled off, kind of like layers of an onion. So he's definitely taking it back. Yeah, onions, dude. Alright. Your turn.
I can't pick one waifu. Like you said, falling back pretty expertly, wasting the maximum amount of time, and destroying so many drones. Another one. I mean, what has he destroyed? 3? As Ricky Bobby's there for the crossfire. Excellent coverage from his teammate. Goodbye to Stakes. That's Sledge dead on a kitchen attack on a top down. That is unfortunate. They will be able to trade back Ricky Bobby, though, so the kill will not go unpunished, and the bandit inside of reading falls as well. So, not the worst roam clear in the world, but definitely not ideal. You lose one of the most important operators on the attack. You lose 2 minutes of time, as well as probably, I wouldn't be surprised if they lost at least half their drones. Stepbro will also take a lot of damage from the C4 from below, as the Zofia upstairs clears the bandit batteries off of the bakery wall. So if they can get Duckzilla out of there, they'll be able to open the wall with Ace, and it looks like they are looking to try and push Bakery. They'll have Mango open that castle barricade, put a little bit of more pressure on the Omai, but no, there is the cover from My Bullets Go Pew. A lot is being dedicated to this Bakery hold from the defense. The proximity alarm will spot out the player who's now inside of Small Bake. All the Omai discs that have been generated throughout this round doing work, and I don't know why Mango thought he could vault through that for free, as the castle will continue to hold down. Omai's gotten the hell out of there, and the castle is still exerting his pressure. There's a 1 kill for him. Duckzilla there for the cross inside of Prep. That's the close coverage you need. And Smack is just
smacking the castle barricade.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. The titular Smack. And Duckzilla is just gonna. There you go.
Where he gets the namesake from, smacking castle barricades, I would assume.
That was just all right. Roam clear, okay. You know, the drones probably could have been used a little bit better, but I mean, they went 2 for 1. You lose the sledge, which isn't great, but it's better than nothing. You still go 2 for 1. The Bakery push, because they took 2 minutes to clear that roam. Omai was just sitting there behind the shield, generating his magnets, just throwing them out, covering his position. He was able to fall back into Prep while the castle held behind the counter. Mango thought he could just vault through for free, for whatever reason. I think maybe they thought the Omai was the only guy inside a Bakery, so when they saw him rotate to Prep, Mango was like, yes, control. But no,
It might have just been a miscommunication on when to swing together.
Maybe. He got killed. The Nomad and the was it Nomad and Ace trying to enter through Bakery. It was a 2-on-2 gunfight, and they got smacked down by the castle and the Omai, and then smacked.
Got smacked down by the castle.
Yeah, Smack was just alone, smacking the castle barricade, doing nothing. So
yeah, that's about how that one went. One thing that I think really hurt Kennesaw State there was after they got their picks, they did elect to go to Bakery, which is where all the utility was dedicated from University of Texas. And when you have that top control, you basically dictate where you go, right? Like you can make the choice once you've taken up top. That's your reward for taking up top. You get the vertical presence, and you get to choose where you can push, right? And they decided, despite winning the battle of the top floors, that they were going to push Bakery anyway, which is not the play in my opinion. They should have probably pushed a VIP Brown side sort of push and pushed to open up Freezer, especially since they're able to do that just as easy. I would argue much easier than Bakery, because there was still all the utility Bakery side that they had not cleared, and there's nothing white side this is going to be a build opportunity that Kennesaw State's probably going to catch when they review
You know
bombs.
why? Because they saw the bandit batteries on the freezer wall, and they were like, well, can't push there. So
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe. Good thinking. Good thinking, Harrison.
But it's reading now. So far, Longhorn opting not to or just to take the standard rotation. No mining and dining today, which makes me sad because I like that site because it rhymes.
Just as I was about to say, all 10 drones up for Kennesaw State. One drone dies to a Zofia charge. Definitely not the greatest thing ever.
There's the third drone dead because Maestro destroyed one earlier. So seven boys, 7 drones left.
Yep.
Here's the entry in a long bar. They've got like 4 people pushing it. So if the bandit does not get insta traded, then I will be very upset. He is tucked into pallets and I'll have to deal with this Maestro first. I can't pick one waifu, taking off a drone and then turning his back to the push. He'll get taken off by Smack. Bandit still has a bandit battery out, but he still gets the kill on the Mango anyway. He's very lit up for his trouble. He'll still persist. Stakes goes down as well. He's not finished off, but he's on the floor, and that's a lot of HP taken off your main hard breacher. There's the finisher, as he does a little bit of damage through the corpse onto the Nomad, but he's still traded out. 3 on 3, yet again, even man count for these two teams. Only 50 seconds left. Oh, okay, that's what the C4 was for. I was like, why did he C4 that? It's to open up the cabinet, so that if they go for the default plant, they can more easily just swing it and kill the player through that open hole. So maybe a waste from Bandit, but we'll have to see. From above, the Nomad trying to fish for any free picks, but can't find anything, as all of KSU are stacking outside this pillar door. Another drone comes in from Smack, and I think that's the first time I've seen him drone in this game, so he'll start to go through. He'll see the Bandit of Looklots. Looklots cannot get killed by this Nomad just yet. In fact, Stepbro is inside of Laundry, cuts down one, but is quickly traded back. Zofia will take out the low HP Looklots, though. It's all on Duxzilla to clutch up the 1v2. Does he know where the Nomad is? He does not, and he can't flick over in time. Smacks with a great entry, and the site will clutch up the round for KSU.
And the Owls of Kennesaw State are going to pick up their first... their second round in 11 rounds.
Oh, is that what they're
Yeah. The
You
Kennesaw
think
State Owls.
being owls, they'd have better drone work.
Why? Because owls know everything and they're wise.
Yeah, because they have big eyes.
Got big bulging eyes. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's what books have taught me about owls. They know everything.
They can turn their heads real far. Which actually, that's not just an owl thing. Pretty much all birds can do that.
Yeah.
You know, birds.
Such as the crow.
Yeah, crows can do that. Parrots
And a
can do that,
penguin.
Eagles. Pretty much all birds of prey can do that.
What's the fun fact you said? Do you know?
Defused by attackers.
What'd you say?
Do you know? Birds actually have, including owls, actually have freakishly long necks, and it makes me uncomfortable.
Just like me.
Well, no, even more so. They like because when they put their heads down into their feathers, their necks like almost like fold.
You seen an ostrich bury its head set in the sand? Excuse me.
They don't
That's
actually.
freaky. Oh no, I've seen it in cartoons.
They don't. Okay.
Looks freaky in a cartoon.
I don't know where that.
Don't know. Couldn't tell you.
You know, crows can talk.
You're talking, Richard.
I am.
The bomb.
You are talking. Alright, myth busted. As we start into the round, it looks like Duxzilla's opening up. What angle is this?
Is that looking?
No,
Go back into the reading door? That looks into the door.
That goes to white. What an angle. That is quite
Bro,
the angle. Someone
there
gets
is-
on West Repel, that is a freebie, but what an angle.
There is
I'm impressed.
no way KSU know that's gonna happen. But if they clear towards red, then the pulse will likely fall off, and we won't get to see a kill from it, which I'll be very sad about. I kind of want to see him kill someone. Oh no, he's off of it.
Oh no. He's missing the prep.
Run out.
I'm gonna hear this.
No, Nomad's watching.
No way they don't.
Never mind, Nomad's on a repel.
They have
Do
4
it!
people on this repel.
Do it!
I would love to see this.
Hey, get your 1-for-1. Come on. Aw.
You're such a rank star, Harris. As Duxzilla is going to retreat back down to the basement wisely, and Kennesaw State,
He
much
goes
like
up-
owls, are all perched onto, or much like birds, all perched onto the West Repel. Is he?
If he runs out big door, yes.
He's
This
gonna
is
get
my
one.
run out. I love this run out.
And they're all
Oh,
inside the
they're
building.
going in. That's so
Oh,
sad.
wait, no, one
Wait,
time
no,
to
they
drop.
came down. They're dropping. They're chasing after him. The Nomad wants this.
How
Duckzilla
badly?
is, safe and sound. Oh, he's gonna go back on the rappel.
Yeah. And somewhere Ricky Bobby is going
Bomb
to
located
drop
by
off the board
attackers.
to smack.ksu. And again, the pulse is still on the bottom floor, so a threat to smack on the rappel. And 2 people are going to be inside bathroom with one.
Bomb has been located.
Drop skylight. Oh, and Mango's gonna pick up a kill onto. Oh, and Looklots is gonna be on the 1 HP. He also lights up Looklots. Yeah, it's definitely a very interesting, but you know what? Whatever floats his boat, right? Hopefully they've drawn this Maestro here. His stakes is also gonna fall. It's going to be a 3v3 with 58 seconds. The Pulse still having a C4 right now. And Mango is going to be pushing up to the White Hall. Smack going to be pushing up into New Balk, and Duckzilla is going to be feeding. Is that going to be a double? That's going to be a double. Oh no!
Oh, his second and third kills.
That round was so interesting up until that point. It was just like the explosive play, quite literally, by Duckzilla, shutting that one down and finishing the script on that round early. Oh man, that is unfortunate.
Cleared that pulse in either round that he's played.
No, they have not.
They've just kind of been like, we don't need to worry about it. Well, quite obviously they do. Great job by Duckzilla, not only finding his frag on the Nomad downstairs, but getting the last, or getting 2 with the C4 and really clawing that round back for his team. And now it's kitchen service again, another site that Longhorn won pretty handedly. KSU, remind me, they chose attack.
They did.
They chose this side.
Maybe it's like get the hard way out of the, get the hard thing out first, right? Maybe. I know it's a momentum-based game.
Defenders,
Sports are
protect your bombs
momentum-based.
from being defused
Esports,
by attackers.
much of the same. But maybe they look at it in the sense of, okay, we don't like doing this. Let's go ahead and get it out of the way, and then we know we got the second half, right? And maybe if things go well, it's like, oh my god, the second half's going to be super free, right? So there's a lot of different things going with psyche, going with mentality, and how you choose to approach things on what you want to do. Now, if you ask me, obviously no way to telegraph this beforehand, but Kennesaw State, I would have assumed, thought they were going to win their map pick. Off the tail end of a very disappointing thrashing from University of Texas on Kennesaw State's map pick. Probably not the best from Momentum, to be honest with you. Momentum definitely in the favor of the University of Texas right now. For sure.
You're doing the bakery hold again.
I'm doing the bakery hold again. It worked. It saved the round last time.
It did work.
It saved the round last time.
See if Ricky Bobby and I can pick one waifu can have a little bit of a better roam. They did get one. They got 1 for 2, but they kind of boxed themselves in. Bandit, not the best positioning inside of reading, because you had to fight against White, you had to fight against the guy in the hallway, and you had to fight against Train. It just wasn't a good spot for him. He will take out a drone. Already 2 drones dead, and we're not even 2 minutes dead.
Indeed. As Bandit's going to be holding pillars, and the Jaeger of Ricky Bobby's also going to be up top. On top White. Shooting drones and definitely putting a damper onto the drone economy of KSU, Mango is going to flash himself out. And definitely this roam clear is going to be a lot slower this go round. As Bandit, as I say that, is going to lose his life to Smack. It's going to leave Ricky Bobby up top by himself.
Well, Ricky Bobby went 1 for 1 last time. Can he do it again? Another drone falling at his feet. So, stop step rope, now air jabs and a gun. And thus Ricky Bobby will fall back downstairs. So, 5v4, yet again another early advantage for KSU. But remember, last time they attacked, they kind of threw it away because they used all their utility upstairs in Bakery. Mango's only got 1 breaching round left. They do have a fair bit of utility left to try and take Bakery, but Castle going down, they might not even need to. The Lamai has already fallen off. He's back in sight. I'm not sure why Longhorn are playing this so drastically differently, but they are. And this vertical pressure from KSU is working wonders. 5 versus 3. Look lots. Duckzilla and Ricky Bobby looking to clutch up the round. Duckzilla 8-1 right now. If there's anyone on the squad who's going to be able to single-handedly turn things back in their favor, it'll likely be him. They know Ricky Bobby's over in the corner of Restaurant, though, with that drone. An air jab hits someone, but they won't push just yet. Oh, no, it was one line. Okay. I didn't see anyone over there, so I don't know how that air jab went off. So at least Duckzilla able to waste a little bit of the utility, as now the attackers do have free control over Bakery. This is a big difference from last round, and now that they don't have anything on the wall as well, they don't have any denial, attackers are able to freely ace it. Here comes Ricky Bobby up the brown stairs, though, and the peek from Mango does net the kill. Duckzilla loses that fight, and Mango gets another one. Pistol out, looking for the last, but Ricky Bobby's upstairs.
15 seconds remaining.
He's able to at least, I guess use the holes to his advantage.
10 seconds remaining.
There's no holes above the planter, I don't think, and he's way too slow.
I would hope not.
McCool is going to be able to get this down and through the floor. He'll even lose the fight to stop Step Bro. And attackers, KSU, take their second round. As the game crashed. All right, back to us. All right, guys. At least the round ended before it crashed.
We'll get right back in there as soon as possible.
I know when you restart your game, you can reconnect to the custom lobby.
Yeah, you should be able to.
You won't even need to rehost. Hopefully the players haven't actually left.
Yeah, hopefully not.
Would be unfortunate, but
definitely would hope not.
That last round was a much better clear from KSU. Much better drone economy. They had 5-6 drones left in the final minute. So it was much better from them. Better use of the drones, better pushing. The roamers really, I guess, just didn't know what hit them. I don't know why Bandit was playing so aggressively inside of pillars, but he got destroyed by Smack. The vertical presence was really good by the attack as well. The defense looked like just their switch up didn't really work all too well.
When Kennesaw State is taking the initiative, or when they have the drones to back them, their entries are doing a fantastic job. It's so much as keeping those drones alive and actually taking that initiative to push the attack, or to push the defenders, to push the roamers and be in good positions in order to succeed, which is something that Kennesaw State has been very invariable on. Very invariable, fortuitous, but very, very invariable on to this point. So they're definitely, if they want to hold the same success that they've had through the first couple, or through their successful rounds on Cafe, they're definitely going to have to persist with their drone economy, continue to do as well as they have. So,
well, we're back in the game. Flawless round. Who's got flawless? I saw that in the top right corner.
Oh, it's R6 Analyst.
Oh, it's R6 Analyst.
Little doohickey. All right, cool.
R6 Analyst is cool. I need to download that. No,
I was about to say.
No, it wasn't. Oh, cool. Yeah, we haven't even seen the round yet. We just finished prep phase. It's another kitchen defense for Longhorn, and yet again, they're playing it in a very similar way, but this time KSU will immediately go and open that reinforcement, and that's going to clear Bakery. Just like that. All you had to use was money.
Yes, sir. And right now, it seems all 5 players of Kennesaw State are already stacked up and already into Bakery. They're going to ignore the roam clear this time, as it seems. And they're going to push straight onto site as the roamers, Brandon and Jaeger have been the roamers, I believe.
Yeah.
Aren't going to have much of a presence from above unless holes are already made for them by Castle or Wamai's Karatos. Or they wish it as C4, which would probably be a terrible use of utility. So right now, Smack clearing angles, losing a little bit of health, actually trading the health with Ricky Bobby. And Kochek, who's so tempted to peek, he's just backing back and forth, is now they're taking prep presence and prep control. Kennesaw State flashing into sight, and Mango's going to be traded or lost early on to the, I think there's the mute who's immediately trading, and Smack is going to fall to whoever's playing the B-bomb chassis. I think that is Look Lots.
I hate that.
Oh, I do too. It's not fair, but it is in the game. So, Step Bro is going to push up into Red Hall. Takes a couple pop shots at Look Lots to get him off of the angle, as I Can't Pick One Waifu is going to be playing above in train, as he was not cleared. He is with the MP7 with some of the lowest mag capacity in the game, already down to only, oh, well, he still has 90 shots, is going to be risking it and just making those holes above as he values that way over the ammo in his gun. Yeah, definitely very useful holes. As Stakes is going to be tagged in. Oh, he's going to be cleared above by Stop Step Bro. Stop Step Bro is picking up a critical kill here onto the Bandit, and once again, now it's into the attacker's side favor as far as the map control that they want to take. Unless, is that still another player behind the kitchen cooker there? I couldn't quite see.
Castle is in a
Scope 2 has not been cleared.
He is the only guy right now stopping the attackers from being able to plant behind the bomb chassis, because from there, Looklots can't really do much, and Ricky Bobby, unless he flanks, can't either. So as long as my bullet scope Q is alive, around time will just continue to tick down. Ricky Bobby with 1 kill on a Stop Step Bro. Here's the pop-up from the castle. He can't find anything, and it's actually Looklots. To get the last 2 coming in from the other bomb site, pushing the double door.
Yeah, they were way too distracted on castle, which they had to do that. They had to take that fight right there as time was dwindling down, but it's just unfortunate that they were not able to clear Looklots, and that was the downfall. But now this is, I should say, this is an even split. Like this is the normal split on a cafe as far as the defenders fight. I would argue it might be 3-3, but usually it's 4-2. It's one or the other.
4-2 is pretty fair on cafe. So KSU at least going, meeting the quota basically of 2 rounds. So it's not over yet. They still have a chance. Can't count them out. They'll go bar first, as Ricky Bobby will swap onto the Ash off the Capitao. Capitao being left up. I'm really curious as to why they didn't run him.
To locate and defuse bombs.
Maybe it's just not their preference. Maybe it's just not just draw, especially with the utility meta being what it is. And another, did they run Thatcher? I don't even remember if they ran Thatcher. I forgot Thatcher was on band. They did not run Thatcher at all. So Thatcher back up. So with the Thatcher use not coming out of KSU, that might have helped their attacks if they had ran it, to be honest with you. And Duckzilla, who has grown accustomed to Kali, even when Thatcher has been on the board, has been taking Kali, will not be doing that this game, or at least this round, to say the least. He will be on Thatcher as traditionally. Speaking, he is the top frag in the lobby right now, 9-3. Right now, KSU has a couple players that are struggling in the frag department right now. Smack leading the kills with 8-4, right there for Kennesaw State, and a couple people with sub 1 kill right now, with McCool and Stakes needing to probably pick it up if there is going to be much hope for Kennesaw State. Wamai, Stop Step Bro, is going to be playing this power position here in Pixel Angle, as utility is starting to come out already, only 30 seconds into the round, clearing both ADSs and Wamai gadgets, supporting him in his very strong common anchor position. I'm not sure where the rest of University of Texas is right now. I'm going to assume the rest of them are on the roof, as hatches have not yet come open, as Zofia will open them with her breach charges with just a minute trickled off in the round.
Spread from KSU is pretty standard. Doesn't look like anything that's too tough to handle. Stakes on the alibi downstairs is something that Longhorn are going to have to be wary of. Of course, the late flank is very punishing, especially on this side if they're able to get into maybe Cigar. Really, you only really have to worry about a red flank, or maybe even someone from pillars kind of looking up from the balconies. But other than that, not too much opportunity. There's the Thatcher to clear all the discs, but no, it's still caught by something. We'll still blow up though, and I believe that'll clear.
I'm not sure what that was that it got cleared by, or it got caught by.
Maybe an ADS that the EMP just didn't catch. Duckzilla nearly gets Wamai. Actually, wait, he didn't deal any damage there?
He didn't deal any damage, no.
I could have sworn he almost got that, but
he might have. As look at this angle, all the way into stage for Mango. That is one heck of an angle. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to net a kill, as that is going to be a tough shot to hit. The line of sight is definitely there. I'm excited to see if he gets anyone off of that. As Smack is going to be the top frag from Kennesaw State, is going to be the first one off the board. Definitely not helpful. Pings are going to come out to the alibi, and Wamai is going to cross just in front of enemies that Maestro could have handled. As Duckzilla is going to be taken down onto 1 HP. I think that's Mango that's going to be lighting them up on the Alda. and time is dwindling down off the clock. 35 seconds left as an EMP is going to come out from Thatcher. And I can't pick one waifu is going to take B1 right now, pushing up off a default plane. He's going to spot the head of Maestro, and there's going to be a team kill come out on the side of the University of Texas. And Mango's going to pick up that kill onto waifu. Now with just a sliver of HP on both Pew and Duckzilla, Look-a-Lots is going to have to probably be the hero here, or some heroics onto the 1 HP Nomad, but that's not going to happen, as the Maestro is going to be caught on top of C2, and now it's just down to Look-a-Lots slowly pushing into Freezer. He's going to clear the angle. He's going to down the Alibi, but he will be finished off by Step Bro in Freezer. And Kennesaw State is going to take the first round on defense, giving away his position there with a tap, but it seems to go unnoticed, and the calamity to the Look-a-Lots on Ace there. It's a valiant attempt picking up 2, but he could not pick up the 3rd as time was barring down against him.
Even if he did kill that guy in Freezer, there was still 1 long bar. So that round was kind of done and dusted by then. That was a lot of stalling out from Texas. The TK obviously didn't help. They couldn't get the Maestro despite the repeated positions he was exposed to. He was over and over again vaulting up. That was definitely unfortunate for University of Texas. That whole round just kind of came down to their stall out into Cigar and their failure of the push down White and into long bar. So KSU with a really good defense, thanks to especially the Maestro inside of Cocktail and the good crossfires from Freezer too.
Most of the success, I would say, from the University of Texas has come from, well, albeit on defense, between Coastline and Cafe, they've had a lot of strange plays, with some of the operator selection being in kind of odd positions. There aren't being a lot of people on the University of Texas that are over peaking, and that tends to be the success of a lot of rounds so far for whoever the winning team is. When teams aren't peaking, outside of Mango, who did get several kills that, well, I guess it's kind of a back step to my point, but Mango did get several kills peeking there, but besides that, no one else on Kennesaw State was peeking. They were letting the attackers push into them, which is ideally what you're supposed to do as a defender at a high level of this game. And University of Texas has definitely adapted that, so it's going to be it seems the team that's peaking less often is the team that is finding a whole lot more success here between both maps on the defensive side of things. Very interesting castle setup coming from Kennesaw State, as they're surrendering all of Long Bar, Highway, Freezer, Piano, Cigar, New Balk, and they don't have a whole lot of info either. They have a couple C4s, which were lacking from last round's lineup. Mutant and Kaid are both bringing a C4, but there's just not a whole lot of information. Stakes is going to take the Jaeger here. And just now the hatches are getting open a little quicker. Oh, well, I would assume they're about to get open, as only 3 players have made it to the roof for the University of Texas, as Ash is going to be crouch walking in below.
Nice. Crouch walking Ash through the building with no drones. We love to see it. Thatcher's already in stage.
Is that Ricky Bobby?
Well.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
Ricky
it is
Bobby.
Ricky Bobby. So
I thought so.
we'll see. Drones coming in, making sure there's no one on Heaven or on New Balk and all that stuff. Of course, this is a reading defense. So even if Longhorn are able to clear out top floor, they still have to try and impose their will on the bomb site below. Like you said, the castle barricade is definitely interesting because they can't really get any angles down long bars. There's a yellow ping on the Maestro below. It won't be able to find anything, but Stakes takes a lot of damage. They're just continually Z-pinging. There's Ricky Bobby with the first frag as he walks into pillars and he kills Stakes. He might be able to get a kill into mining, but he'll be dealt damage from... Actually, I don't know. Oh, the Kite.
The DCSG of Kaid.
Kite of Mango.
Yep. TCSG is definitely not the more common weapon nowadays, unless you're bringing it on a utility front, which I'm not sure what exactly the prep phase entailed, but my Bullets Go Pew is now into Heaven, and I'm not sure Kennesaw State is aware of this, as Mango's going to pick up my Bullets Go Pew. Actually, and the Heaven presence has been removed, as it's a 4v4 with 50 seconds and very little map control up until this point for the University of Texas. Kennesaw State seems to be stalling greatly. I'm not entirely sure why, as there was, like you said, and we acknowledge the castle was so far back in Long Bar, all that was given to them for free, so it's definitely odd that it's taken them so long, and they're also at an HP advantage with their fourth player of Ricky Bobby being on just a little under half HP, as the side players from Kennesaw State are trying to hold their ground while contesting with the vertical holes above. Now, only 15 seconds left on the clock, and Smack is going to take a little bit of damage before dropping down. Step Bro is going to pick up the first kill that he can. He's going to pick up another one onto Ricky Bobby. As the plant is not going to be coming down yet, as Zofia is going to be inside with the castle down, he's going to pick up another kill. And it's now going to be a 1v2, and now it's going to be a 1v1 with the last kill from Step Bro coming in, or no, yeah, last kill is going to come in from Step Bro, and the last player of the University of Texas is going to pull off the plant for, to be honest, no reason. He wasn't being pressured at the time. I understand the clock was at triple zeros, but the plant was at least 2 seconds in, and Step Bro was still in mining. I doubt that plant would have gone down, but try? Like, there's nothing to lose unless you're really protecting your KD in a competitive game. But that's entirely up onto Dougzilla and Thatcher. However,
CR6 GG.
Yeah, he's got to protect that CR6 PR, so we call it. It's definitely peculiar, but that round was a good effort by oh, we weren't. So Mango's wishes that we were not spectating him. Or thankfully for his part, we definitely were not doing that. However, I would request that our observers pay extra close attention this round.
Attackers need to locate and
In
defuse
case.
as many bombs as they can.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so far with their first defensive round, and there we go. Lead has been caught up to by the defense.
Yeah, it's 4-4 on University of Texas's map pick, which I'm not sure if you call this, but it was 2-4 for Kennesaw State on their map pick, and it was 2-4 for them on, well, I was about to make a similarity, but then I realized the similarity I created in my head does not exist. So, I guess there's no connection that I'm trying to draw here, but it is going to be 4-4 for Kennesaw State on University of Texas's map pick, which is a very defender-sided map. Looks like Smack and Mango, the duo that were roaming on Coastline, are going to be roaming yet again on Cafe as they are both ascending to the 3rd floor. I imagine that's Mango on Malusi is going to follow his compatriot up, and they will be holding long bar early, hopefully to just shoot drones, much like the duo of Ricky Bobby, and I think it was Dockzilla? No, it was My Bullets Go Pew, right? I don't remember the other roamer, I'm going to be honest, but it was Ricky Bobby and whoever his partner was roaming on.
Oh, it was Ricky
Cafe
Bobby and I can't pick one waifu, I think.
Was it? Okay. Okay.
We'll see. It's again a very early entrance into Bakery. Jaeger and Malusi all top side. I mean, if the attackers can take the wall quick enough, they can prevent
Already in
Mango.
Bakery.
They can prevent Mango and Smack from actually having any influence over the round at all. Or if they have proper flank watch too. But there are holes above. They have to be very careful. Smack has already made his way back downstairs and he's in VIP. A-Surge will go out on the Bakery wall. Come on, hitting the barbed wire revealer location to Mango, who's upstairs, and there's the kill. You really have to be mindful of those top holes. Ricky Bobby, I guess, just not with the map awareness to check for it. And Dougzilla already downed off by Stakes. He's looking for the second one. Dougzilla's not finished off, so he can be rezzed, but the top fragger already going to be down to 20 HP if he's recovered. Is really unfortunate. Stakes is going to get a second one, though, onto Look Lots, and there's Ace down, so both Hard Breachers dead. My Bullets Go Pew finally with the refrag as he was getting shot in the back at the same time, so one frag back in the favor of the attackers. It's still not great as the Zofia tries to crouch walk her way towards Carpet. There is a Malusi in her way, and that's going to reveal the location of the Zofia. Dougzilla will get picked up. We're still in a 4v3 with HP squarely in KSU's favor.
Absolutely. And right now it's just going to be up to... there's Mango who's going to be able to potentially flank and make a splashy play early. Though the rest of KSU is on site, if I'm not mistaken. I think the rest of them are on site. So if that's the case, then it's still going to be a 3v3 on site. There's still, again, as you said, HP squarely in the favor of the side of Kennesaw State. And University of Texas stalling out so far. So right now, I can't pick one waifu, Duckzilla, and my bullets go pew, all just peeking the breaches, trying to get in, and now they're going to make their venture into sight. Pushing, clearing the prep window, as Mango's going to pick up the kill onto the Zofia, but I can't pick one waifu outside of the site. The diffuser's going to be down by Stop Step Bro, and it's going to be Duckzilla on 20 HP from being downed earlier into the 1v4s. He's going to try, and he's going to whiff on the Stop Step Bro, and Stop Step Bro only has to execute one of those shots to put down Duckzilla for the round. And now Kennesaw State, for the first time since being up 2-0 on Coastline, they are going to be back in the driver's seat on the defense here in Cafe.
Wow. Good job to KSU so far. They have caught up and put Longhorn in their place, at least for the time being. Longhorn are definitely going to have to change something up with their attacks if they want to take any more rounds. So far, they've looked pretty toothless. They don't have a lot of fight. They get in, and then they lose their fights. It's kind of how the trend has been going so far. And KSU, if they can keep the heat up, I don't know if Longhorn are going to be able to respond, not with the kind of lackadaisical pushes they have going on right now.
Yeah, right now it's a lot of bark and no bite. Well, the entries have been very swift from Longhorn. They have not done a whole lot with it. One thing I'd like to point out to last round, Stakes, who is currently 1-7 on the scoreboard, but had a huge round. And how do you have a huge round with only one kill? Well, he downed 2 people. That is 300 damage dealt to the defense. It doesn't matter if those result into a kill or not. Yes, we would have liked them to, but Stakes single-handedly crippling just by peeking on the MP7, a bandit, high fire rate gun, a whole lot of confidence, which is very impressive. Despite being 1-7, still peeking it fearlessly. Maybe a little too fearlessly as he exposed himself to small bakery and lost his life, putting his team into a 4v3, but the 300 damage was already, nearly 300 damage, was already done. And that is just such a huge impact, in my opinion. Like, you don't have to result in a skull and bones. Like,
he's got 4 assists.
Yeah, he does.
Just put bullets into people. So.
Definitely. And you don't necessarily have to be frag heavy when you have teammates like Stop Stepper, who's currently leading Kennesaw State, and Smack, who led the charge on the attacker half. He's been a little bit quieter since taking over the Jaeger duty on defense, but he still had a very good game up until this point. And that Smack, as confident as ever, peeking the skylight. He's just begging for someone to peek. I'm not sure if he's going to win that fight. He's probably going to win that fight if somebody does challenge him on it. However, someone does have to challenge him on that first. As I can't pick one waifu, he's going to be rappelling up to the roof along with the rest of his team. He is going to, as per every round, no, actually, he's not going to be the one getting hatches. Does that mean Nomad has... No. Who got the hatch, then? Did Ash use an Ash charge? How did the hatch get opened? Oh, Mute through a C4. So Mute is already out of a C4. A very aggressive play
and then
early.
He's gonna play downstairs. Okay.
He's got the
and
MP510.
He's got a jammer in his pocket.
Yeah, not all the utility. Well, I don't know. At that point, there's maybe the mute jammer just wasn't as important as doing something else with the setup time. That could be argued. There are times that like it's hard, but you definitely do want to get down all those mute jammers because they make such an impact on the round.
I would understand that argument if he had the shotgun, but like
he doesn't have the shotgun.
He's not gonna really prep anything. So that's a little bit weird. Bit of a waste of the C4. Also, I would also like to point out that McCool right now is the pinnacle of a support player. He's only died in the rounds that KSU lost. So good job to him so far. So basically, right now for Longhorn, if you kill McCool, you win the round. That's because correlation is equal to causation. But
absolutely,
you really got
like 101 teaches, right?
Exactly. But oh, what a great spam through the wall by My Bullets Go Pew. Another one for Looklots 2. 3 versus 5. Just like that. 2 kills go the way of Longhorn and no answer back. But as I say that, Stakes will get the frag on the I Can't Pick One waifu from Brown Stairs all the way below. Rookie Bobby, though, slowly alt-walking his way up long bar, looking for a man inside a box, but he can't find it. Looklots getting the plant down as Duckzilla takes Mango out, and there we go. It's a post plant. McCool dead to the G36C of Ricky Bobby. And
it's a good round, right? McCool died. That's a good round. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, kick back, relax, and enjoy the show. Enjoy the fireworks for this one, as it is now 5-5, unless something miraculous happens and Stakes tries to buck the McCool death
He-
trend.
Doesn't know where he's.
I don't think. Yeah, this is. Ah, yes, the non-toxic smoke, just as lethal in stopping a defender into the. I'm not sure if you knew this, but the attacker smokes also are to stop defenders in their tracks just as
They
equally
put an
as.
invisible wall up.
Yeah, they put an invisible wall. That's it. Yeah.
Oh,
As Pearson,
wow.
Ricky Bobby is just gonna zoom. Jesus. Ash, the only 4-speed in the game, is going to collect that knife onto Stakes, and I can't pick one waifu once again going to be exchanging in chat with Kennesaw State. Seems to be the one that is the most frequent on the keys. Right now it's going to be 5-5, so these next 2 rounds are really going to decide it all. As instead of running that back, Kennesaw State is going to go down into reading with a Tachanka that I imagine is going to be 6-picked. The rework is not quite out yet, Mango. As much as they would love to have their hands on it, that is not for quite some time in the competitive R6 scene. There's not going to be the castle for the reading room this time as well.
That's really interesting.
Well, that was
Attackers need to
a very
locate and
odd
defuse as many bombs as they
implementation to their strategy that you don't see in a lot of reading room holds. I would say it was titular, just due to the fact that Texas didn't know how to deal with it. They didn't take the map control despite the castle barricade being up. All the free map control they were given, they didn't take. Despite also getting the opening frag, so they were definitely psyched out by that castle barricade. And this time with Smack being on Pulse, I imagine that they're going to be playing a lot more lax, more willing to give up this top floor, even though they're still dedicating a good amount of utility, and they'll be playing for the C4s below. However, you're not going to see any of the footholds that were made on dining and reading room hole. You're not going or reading room wall. I don't think you'll be seeing the rotate in the laundry, and I don't think you'll be seeing the open hatch for the laundry room either, due to the fact that there is no shotgun that is being brought besides Mango's TCSG, which I'm not sure is made abundantly clear to him that he is responsible for the rotates now, as the castle, that was his responsibility the previous rounds. But it seems that those changes on site, those adaptations that you would assume would be necessary, are not going to be made. You see Pulse chilling early on down in VIP, being the best little rat he can be. I aspire to be that ratty in ranked. Well, I aspire to be that ratty with results.
Yeah, you see a lot of people be ratty with like, well, they just kind of stay there and don't do anything. Smack trying to get a C4 up will end up only doing damage to himself. That's
Did he throw it?
located.
I thought he got hurt from somewhere. Oh, he did throw it.
Yep.
He's Pulse. What, you could have waited for him for... I don't know. Mango's going to hold a pixel angle onto this mining window, and I'm not sure where Texas is pushing this early. I would assume they're in piano now, as Thatcher punctuates my statement by repelling into stage. And Zophia's already pushed up all the way up into cocktail, which I'm not sure if Kennesaw State is aware, but they seem to be retreating early down White Stairs. Well, not last time. Last time, University of Texas was not in cocktail until about 58 seconds, I think was the time I have written down. This time, they're not. This time, they're in much sooner. Taking map control, doing damage to the floor, but they don't have a whole lot. And McCool is going to set off his C4, putting man count into the favor of Kennesaw State, despite also tearing up Smack's health.
Smack
down
has
to less than
taken,
health.
and the only damage he's taken are from his own C4 and a teammate's C4. That's unfortunate, as McCool from above will get stunned out by the breaching charge, but no, he gets the pick on one waifu anyway. It's a 5 versus 3. Look Lost and Ricky Bobby very lit up, very damaged. And from the hatch, wow, what a shot from Stakes. Looking for the player through the floor, does some damage to Duck Zillas. Look Lost will down off Smack, but not finish him, so the pulse will be recoverable. Now both attackers not looking the best when it comes to health. And it's still a 2 versus 5. There's no finisher on the pulse just yet. They also have pretty much no intel. There's one drone. Never mind. There's no drones.
And that's going to be the round. As Stop
Flawless.
Step Bro is going to pick up the last kill onto Look Lots, and despite Smack's best effort to put himself down, they will maintain the flawless round. Smack and his
And,
teammates' effort. Did he take any damage from University of Texas, or is that all? Is that all?
Before he got downed, no.
No. Well, because I didn't take a
Also,
second to enunciate it. This is match point. Kennesaw
Yeah.
State is about to steal University of Texas's map back from them after
Also,
losing their own map. If the
McCool,
University of Texas doesn't make.
McCool didn't die, so they won the round.
McCool also did not die. Wow. I'm gonna take this as this is gonna be the theory. All right, every round that McCool stays alive, there is success on the side of Kennesaw State. We'll see whichever team bucks that trend first. But to this point, that has been the
Attackers need to
only
locate and defuse as
variable
many
on
bombs as they
success.
Yep.
Thus far.
The only one. Siege is a game of variables, and in this game there only happens to be one.
can. Attackers have
Yep,
located a
McCool's
bomb.
life or death.
Yep.
That is it. No more, no less.
Nope. Screw his teammates. They're not doing anything. It's all McCool.
Yep. Screw Step Bro with the top frag and Mango with 7 assists. Nope, just McCool. And McCool can go play hide and seek and they can't find him. The round is over.
Yep. Even if
10
they
seconds
kill
left
everyone on
before
site and get the
insertion.
plant down, McCool's alive. Doesn't matter.
Some game-breaking
5
bug
seconds
is bound to
remaining.
happen. Like you plant and it just
Attackers have decided
immediately
the location of a
diffuses.
bomb.
And that is
Attackers
just
are heading out to
unfortunate.
defuse
They
the
get
bomb.
sight and diffuser gets stuck in the floor again.
Last time we saw Kennesaw State go here, there were several kills, or several downs, I'll say, based off of aggressive swings from Kennesaw State. They won this with relative ease, I think. Actually, did they? What was their loss on defense? It was a top floor, right? Yeah, it was a top floor.
Yeah.
So Kennesaw State going back down, and this time Wamai is going to be into Bakery on time, and he won't be surrendering the shield or the ADSs behind Bakery counter, and that's one more thing that University of Texas is going to have to clear this round, even though they already struggled with all that free map control last round. So definitely it's going to be an uphill challenge for University of Texas as Ricky Bobby's dumping flashbangs, a couple of them popping off, so not all of them catching ADSs. And Zofia is going to be on the middle floor splitting the two roamers from sight, which I'm not sure they're aware she's there. Maybe somebody on Kennesaw State will be on cams and catch her rotating through 90, and the cam is up, and her position is going to be exposed. Both of the roamers above, I would have to imagine, are certain that she's down below. They don't have an exact location on her, but she's going to creep out into pillars. And yes, they are aware of her position, and she's going to retreat back into reading. So far being ineffectual and useless to the attack, as there is no progress being made besides a couple breach charges coming up from Nomad. And Zofia just kind of lurking around. I don't know what bakery progress University of Texas has made so far, as it seems they do have bakery control. They've opened red wall. Very critical wall, not one you see open all the time, as my bullet scope here is going to get the opening pick onto Smack on Jaeger. Mango has made his way down onto the same floor, and Looklots is going to get an opening pick on, or not an opening pick, another pick onto. Oh, he's going to get a double onto both the site players, and McCool is down, and that should be the round. And stop Stepper in a 1v5, and the prophecy is another flawless back in the other way of Texas. I think that's been 2 flawlesses for Texas, and there are 2 also on the side of Kennesaw State.
That was a better roam clear and good bakery pressure from the attack. Not a lot really done with the vertical, I have to say, other than distracting the upstairs defenders from pushing those guys and eventually failing. Just all around a good attack from Longhorn. I also do like the fact that they were able to they did rotate to the red wall.
Yeah, it's 6-6 overtime with. It's going to be Kennesaw State on the defensive half when we come back from the rehost that University of Texas. Yeah, it's definitely going to be in the favor of whoever the defenders are. So Kennesaw State will be taking defense on overtime. So, well,
right.
Up until this point, it's been a very good match. Definitely a lot better than the first match, as it's 6-6 right now. 3 rounds, and we'll find out whether or not University of Texas will be going on to the next stage of the playoffs into the round of 16, or will it be Kennesaw State hanging in there and forcing a map number 3? You have a prediction? What does your gut tell you? Who do you think takes this map?
Longhorn.
You think Longhorn takes this map?
Yep.
Why is that?
I don't know.
Great analysis.
McCool's been dying recently.
McCool's been dying recently.
Yeah, it's
Is
all
that?
down to McCool.
Oh man, he's got broad shoulders. I'll have you know.
Honestly, I think KSU go maybe top floor. When
I
their
think they go back
defense
to
there.
reading.
Yeah,
I
either
think they'll
top floor
probably
or
go back to
reading.
reading. I don't know why, despite the lack of resistance that they're putting upstairs, especially for the last reading attack, the University of Texas seemed to stalled out, and they just really struggled to. They really struggled to what's it called? Take map, just take control of the round. I have no clue why, but it was definitely on the struggle bus for the University of Texas, as they just don't seem to attack that site very well. And it'll be interesting to see what they do this next go round if Kennesaw State does just decide to go back there. Again, some impact players I'd like to highlight. Stop Stepbro, who has been huge on the defensive side for Kennesaw State, who's been playing Wamai, I think maybe all 6 rounds. I have no idea if that's true or not, but he's been playing Wamai a lot, that's for sure. He has picked up frags. He's top fragger on the side of Kennesaw State. And Duckzilla, who had 9 frags going into the defensive half, and only 13 overall now, which that's going to be vanished from the rehost. But his presence was just huge for the defensive side of University of Texas. And since then, he's kind of tapered off a little bit, but we'll have to see.
Yeah, and of course it was KSU starting defense.
Yeah.
In OT. So KSU get the advantageous side. I wouldn't be surprised if this goes to max overtime. But I don't know. I just feel like I just feel like Longhorn are gonna take it.
Yeah. Kennesaw State will be starting on the defensive half, and that's going to be very important that they do start on the defensive half there, just because of the trend thus far. So
Also, just a quick note to the observer: because it is overtime, it doesn't matter what sites. You can just do 6 in a row for orange and 6 in a row for blue.
Yeah, for blue.
I saw him like slowly putting in the
No. I was trying to drop a hint as well, with the fact that, again, Kennesaw State is the defensive side, the defensive. So with them being on defense first, it's going to be really crucial for them to lock up the rounds that they've already locked up. It seemed like Texas on their second go round attacking things, because it was 3-0 on the start of what's it called? 3-0 on the start of I have a frog in my throat. I have no idea what I was going to say. Yeah, it was 3-0 on the start of Kennesaw State for the defensive side. So
well, no, it's not. It's not.
It was after the rehost.
Overtime.
It should be Kennesaw State on defense. It already loaded.
Yeah.
Yep. So it's whichever side Kennesaw State is on, which I think they're the blue team.
Yep.
Blue team. So they should be blue. Not wait.
So it's orange attack because you select attack. So,
I just want to make sure that was right. I didn't want to break cadence, but at the same time, I just want to make sure that was correct.
We got all 10 players in the lobby. Game is starting. We've got the bands in. We've got the rounds in. Everything should be good. I wonder where do you think KSU go first, bar or reading?
I think they go reading first, just because they haven't lost it to this point. That's going to be my guess, that Kennesaw State's going to go. So we'll have to wait and see.
What if they go Kitchen? I'm gonna scream.
I actually think Kitchen was more salvageable than their top floor. In some sort of a way, they are gonna go reading. I thought it was more salvageable than their top floor, just due to the fact that they lost because the roamers are very just passive and allowed the middle floor. They allowed the attackers to just take middle floor, and when they flanked later on into the round, they just weren't very useful with it. Like, they just, how'd I put it? They were stopped short, and then Looklots just peeked into the site and got several kills. So Just gonna have to wait and see for this reading defense because the University of Texas has not cracked the code yet. So
Well, we'll see. Yeah, so I assume KSU take this
Defenders,
defense,
protect your bombs from being
and then I
defused by
assume
attackers.
that Texas are gonna take the
the
next
next
one.
two.
But,
You're saying the next two? That was the prediction that came out. And we'll have the castle this time, so it's going to go back to the very first strategy. So maybe not the freshest in the mind of University of Texas, because one significant difference between the University of Texas and Kennesaw State is the second site, or the secondary site for both teams, is different. Kennesaw State goes to reading second, and then second on the itinerary for University of Texas is the kitchen site, which is usually the more common
did
one.
you see that on the Kaid silhouette?
Attackers
Kaid
must
silhouette?
locate
What do you
and
mean?
defuse
There
the
was
bomb.
something like highlighted in blue that was like below him, like on the floor.
Oh, it's proximity alarm.
Is that what that was?
Yeah, Castle went over and threw a proximity alarm.
No. Like when we were in the third person for Kaid, you know how like it highlighted
Yeah.
players in blue? There was something highlighted in blue, like he reloaded it and dropped the mag, and the mag was still highlighted.
Oh,
That was really weird. That caught me
okay.
off
Well
guard.
then, I have no idea. I
All right,
couldn't
did
answer.
Ash just? Oh no, okay.
Yeah, no, she didn't use an
thought
ash
you-
charge.
I
I thought
thought-
she
I
no,
thought
she
you
used it on the
Bomb
she used it on the
located
hole,
by
which
Yeah,
attackers.
she was
is a very good ash charge actually. Open up all a pillar. Defenders are now not able to play in triple, where I think Jaeger, who was stakes a couple rounds ago, got a pick onto Ricky Bobby. So Ricky Bobby and his pattern recognition, he knows that he's already lost to it once. He does not
Attackers
want
drop
to
the
again.
diffuser.
So he's cutting that off early. Sledge and Ash look like they're going to push this Kaid horizontally very early, and hopefully
Attackers have recovered
the
their diffuser.
actually looks like everyone's going to be horizontally pushing in the University of Texas. They probably have somebody above. I'm not entirely sure who, but it might be a split push here. But there's already a lot of presence, horizontal, like a lot of horizontal presence for the University of Texas. Definitely very spread out or spread thin. That can usually, it's kind of so-so, I would say. Usually it doesn't work in the favor of attackers when they're spread so
A
thin.
bomb has been located.
Sometimes it catches defenses off guard because people aren't pushing from the ways that they were pushing prior to, or there are several angles that they have to cover their flanks from, or cover their backs from. However, it's also
Attacker's
like
bomb diffuser
when
has been
teams have it
dropped.
sniffed out, it's difficult to deal with, as Ash is now thrown her way all the way up into 90.
Yeah, Ricky Bobby is all the way up there, and it looks like the Kaid knows, as Kaid is taking his own prone peek against her. But we're still in 5v5, and it's a minute left in the round. Longhorn haven't really tried to clear these top floor players much at all, in fact. They've completely left the roam alone. We'll see if maybe that's the secret for them to finally take this round. Smack will take just a tiny itty-bitty bit of damage, but Ricky Bobby is finished off by Stakes inside of Laundry. We'll get refragged by the player inside of 90, so we're back to an even 4 versus 4, but the time is ticking away. Stop Stepbro is going to hold his trigger and not fire at the player he just saw pass. Smack gets the pick on the I can't pick one waifu, but look, Lots is going to be getting this plant down, and there is no denial at all. Duckzilla gets the frag on the Mango as the Wamai bursts through the barricade. He's cut down as well. Smack finally gets one on the My Bullets Go Pew, but it's a 2 versus 2, and we're in the post plant. Smack and McCool have to try and make this happen. Of course, McCool is still alive, so the round is still salvageable for him. Smokes are still down from the ace. He's got a nice hole onto that diffuser as well. The castle, unfortunately, is going to get air jabbed, and Smack nearly gets taken out. And no, what is Duckzilla doing? He gets crossfired because he whiffs all of his shots. Now it's all up to the ace of Look-Lots. He knows there's one player coming from behind him. It's the castle of McCool, but no, McCool wins the fight. And that is the definition of an impact player. He stays alive throughout the round. They'll be able to win it with just a millisecond to spare. There you go. It's a close disable on the timer, but they're still able to get it. And McCool will continue his reign of terror. KSU, the first round of OT.
What an incredible... I want to say incredible play by McCool because it was, but oh my god, Duckzilla, if they lose this game, that is why. I don't like singling out players, but it's like he caught Parkinson's. He could not aim. He was shaking, the nerves. Something had to go horribly wrong. Maybe he hit his keyboard with his mouse. Mouse flew off the desk, out a mouse pad. Who knows? But oh no, you just hope that's not nerves, not shaking, not quivering, because he's been playing competitive for a while. He is a very solid player, but that whole round, a whole mag out of the L85, just bullets dancing around the mute, none of the shots connecting, wiping back and forth like cleaning bugs off a windshield wiper. I don't. You hate to see it. You hate to see it. It happens to everyone. It does
Defenders,
happen to
protect your
everyone,
bombs
but
from being defused by attackers.
in such a crucial moment when it seems University of Texas has finally cracked that defense and they just crumble. And that's gotta be such a hype clutch for the Kennesaw State boys, too. That's a hoot for the Owls, dude. Like, that is just such a big... That is such a invigorating clutch by McCool now. A hoot for the Owls, dude.
All right. So great job, McCool. Let's go.
Woo! Good job.
Stayed alive and they won
10
the
seconds
round,
remaining.
dude. The prophecy continues.
He is the crux that
I'm telling you,
Kennesaw
dude.
State is depending on for their success.
Been alive for literally every
Attackers
single
must
round
locate
win,
and
and
defuse
now
the bomb.
gonna rely on him to stay alive in their attack. Can they buck the trend? Right now, it is a 9-4 scoreline on defense to offense. As well, my breaks the toilet. Okay, what did that toilet ever do to you? They are playing this shield again, and this is where KSU faltered. They tried to just kind of run into piano with no coverage, and all died. And that really resulted in them losing the round. Hopefully they play it a lot smarter. I would assume they play it a lot smarter. But you know, we'll have to see.
Yeah. As right now, there's a couple players on the rappel for... Oh, and another thing that was really important for University of Texas' success was the pulse, 100%. And once again, I don't see any information or any drones or any sort of closure from Kennesaw State into closing on to that pulse. So I really hope that they didn't forget, for their sake, 6 rounds ago that, oh, you know, Pulse terrorized us, but it has been a while, as the opening frag is going to come from Stakes. Is going to find Look Lots, who is playing the Smoke. Oh, that is not the player that you want off the board first.
Was that the white window peak?
I believe it was the white window peak,
That's
as Dexter is
unfortunate.
going to be below in mining, gathering a lot of information that he can feed his team, and Mango's going to take a little bit of
Bomb
chip damage, and the
located by
player
attackers.
from Pixel almost used a
No, that was
different
from
euphemism
that's from
for it.
Evil Eye.
Oh, it was... Wait, what?
Yeah, there's an evil
Oh,
eye.
I
in
just said
piano.
chip damage. I didn't know where it came from.
Oh yeah. And here's the
He's-
scanning from the pulse. He can easily go for this pick if he wants to, but it looks like they know he's down there. Thanks to the shots, or judging by the shots from the Thatcher. But they're not actually clearing him unless they separate. Unless Stop It Step Bro like separates to go for it again, like he did last time. But he did lose the fight. Six is going to take a lot of damage. So does Step Bro. In fact, a lot of chip damage coming onto the side of the attackers, but that doesn't matter, as Stake is able to get My Bullets Go Pew out of B1, the position he was playing last time to find 2 frags. Smack tacks on as well. This looks like it could be all over, as KSU will finally take another attack. It's a 1 versus 5 for the Pulse to work himself out of. Plant going down from McCool, and Duckzilla has no idea where it's going on. The C4 will completely whiff as the Zofia is long gone. And it's post plant.
Attackers are activating the diffuser.
Duckzilla, 1v5 post plant, won't even find a single kill. McCool survives to the end of the round, and KSU will take round 14 in OT. We're going to map 3.
Indeed we are, as Kennesaw State has narrowly taken back the map choice of the University of Texas.
McCool! Yeah!
The particular good 2 out of 3. What a nerd. Yeah, so great job on the end of McCool and all the Kennesaw State boys there pulling out. It's pretty demoralizing listening to or watching yourself lose your own map pick so definitively, 3-7. So having them return onto the second map, onto the other map, onto the harder side and attack where they started down 2-4 and then claw their way all the way back in was just so fantastic, so valiant from them that they fought back, and now they're going on to map 3 and they have definitely deserved it. University of Texas failed to close out there, but we're going to go into a 5-minute break here, and we will bring you Clubhouse for map 3, and the round differential is going to decide who is going to be starting on which side of Clubhouse. So we'll be right back and stick around for more Siege.
Broken and alone, I feel the rain crashing down all around this empty town. I'm searching for the lost and found, but you don't care, you're unaware. Keep moving like the scars aren't even there. It's in the air like a blazing flare. Don't stare 'cause the flames will burn us. I thought you were the one for me, that's why I gave you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me. I used to kiss your head when you cried for me. Hold your hand while the pain was over. Keep you warm by the roaring sea. You meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me. My darling dear, you're never here. When I'm in pain, you hide and disappear. Like shadows in the atmosphere, charting the stratosphere. Yeah. I prayed for you and kept you near, in hopes you'd chase away my fears. I'm on my own, you made it so, and now I'm chasing nightmares through. I used to run with you through the great big leaves, laugh at you when you laugh at me. Hope for us because I believe the home was just you and me. I thought you were the one for me, that's why I gave you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, I'm gonna do this on my own. No point in blaming you, you did not know. Oh, I thought you were the one for me, that's why I gave you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me. Break it off, you'll see who had it all. You had it all. You said you wanted to fall into oblivion. Forget about the world we're living in.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back for map 3 between KSU and Longhorn Orange. It's been an exciting 2 maps so far. Coastline going the way 7-3 to Longhorn and an 8-6 on Cafe to KSU. So each team taking each other's map picks, but of course Longhorn with the better round differential, they'll be able to select what side they want to start on for Clubhouse, which will of course be defense. Because they choose the starting side, KSU get their OT side, which I assume will also be defense.
Just waiting on their answer here on what they choose to do. Getting the last University of Texas player into the lobby. And this is going to be the decider map for the whole series. And the winner is going to progress on to the round of 16. So after well, yeah. I don't know. I don't know what DJ said. Okay, I'm gonna be honest, but so I try to work around that. However, so my producer hates me right now. It's fine. So as we're waiting on the last player to get into the lobby for the University of Texas, we are going to have the decider here in just a moment. So
Of course, decider is Clubhouse.
It is Clubhouse.
If you didn't look at the map band screen before, it's Clubhouse. Defender side of map, absolutely. Longhorn are going to be starting on the defensive side, in fact. Hit his IP. I don't know. I assume we'll see more of the utility meta. Both teams have been leaning pretty heavily into it. So we'll probably see, Wamai, stuff like that. I would imagine too we see a Monty ban, because Monty is actually an operator very often used on Clubhouse, especially to take garage rafters. So I wouldn't imagine who's it been? It's been Longhorn banning that out?
No, it has been Kennesaw State who has
KSU?
banned it every round thus far.
KSU have been banning it. Did we remember when we casted Longhorn last time? Did they have a Monty player?
They did not. They did not have it last time. I assume it's just something that Kennesaw State is not comfortable with. So Kennesaw State is just banning it because they want nothing to do with it. So Kennesaw State here is going to be starting on the attacker side of club, as it was University of Texas' decision on which side that they wanted. And the defensive side, so as we're just waiting here on a little bit of
It stays random.
referral
even though it's round
from
differential?
I would
That's
ask
weird.
Matt. Matt would know.
Okay, because someone just said it's round differential, and I remember the way
It's
ESL
round
used to do it,
differential
round
for
differential was,
regular, for OT side.
It's still random.
OT side, it is random. Okay, so we are going to be diving right in.
I thought
and-
the whole thing was dictated by round differential.
No. It's just the yeah. Okay, and we're going to be starting off with bans. This University of Texas is going to get the first ban of this map. 10, 9. As we wait out, I imagine it's going to be a Maverick ban. They hate Maverick. In the last couple of weeks, they've never ran Maverick. Even when there's no other substitute for a breach, yeah, they are going to take Maverick off the board. They would much rather run Thatcher or Kali.
You think it's gonna be Monty?
I don't know. I have a theory, right? They might not ban it, and they might play it.
No.
So that no, okay. Well,
Nope.
this is something that they had done. Kennesaw State, if anyone had watched the week 1 matchup between Kennesaw State and the University of Kentucky, Kennesaw State had banned on 2 maps and then ran Monty on the decider of Clubhouse. So it's not something that they haven't done before. And they're going to also take Mirror off the board. And for anyone wondering as to why we have seen no Echo bans or play, Echo is permanently disabled, or permanently banned rather, from all collegiate leagues due to his bugs that are in the game. So not permanently disabled, permanently banned until further notice. So there is no chance of him actually being used, and makes sense with the Maverick ban that they're also going to pull out a Cade ban, so there can be no shenanigans. Wait, no, that's for a Thatcher ban. What? Why didn't? Never mind. So, well, I guess they just don't like Cade. They fear the beard.
They don't want to have to double up with the EMPs, I guess.
I guess so. They fear the beard. So.
The feared.
Here
they're going bedroom first.
A double hard breach, which is a lot more, which we also saw University of Texas run on, what was it called? Coastline? Yeah, they run it on Coastline, and Kennesaw State's going to do the same on Clubhouse. The difference is it's a lot more typical on Clubhouse than it is Coastline.
Just due to the fact.
Yeah, that's risque today.
I thought he was going to switch to Ace because they were running Ace Hibana on Coast, but
that was UT that ran it. That was UT that was ran it on. Yeah, it wasn't Kennesaw State.
But Ace was the primary.
I didn't notice they started gym. Yeah, they gym first, which is not very typical.
Ace was the primary heart breacher when he first came out, and then UB was like, what if we listen to everyone and nerf him? So now instead of 3 charges, it's only 2. So you can't get as big of a hole as Thermite. Or not nearly as big of a hole as Thermite. You pretty much just open like a double Hibana hole. So he's less powerful now. Yeah, which I like. I love the balance change. So Thermite, no longer power creeped. Yay!
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah.
Each hard breacher actually has a niche now.
So whenever you need a big hole opened up, so something like Consular Garage, or a wall that you need fully open, such as, I guess, as KSU sees fit, the Clubhouse walls. That's when you bring Thermite. If you want to bring Ace for an occasion, well then, I don't know, just for like peeking line of sight, so like Coastline wall or whatever.
Or you can bring
like the Coastline wall, you bring Ace. No. No, not for the Coastline wall. You don't
Oh,
bring...
for Coastline. No, I was talking about in general.
Oh yeah, you could bring Ace and Thermite, though Hibana is typically the golden coin. Or the trophy.
I pointed out that they defended Gym before we went into the prep phase, and I forgot they were Gym, and I was like, "What the hell server is?" Yo, they're doing the trick thing. They're doing the.
You're gonna have to educate.
He did it wrong.
I don't know.
He freaking did it wrong. God damn it, Stakes. So what you do is it's too low on the bottom one. So what you do is where you put it on the top, right? Wait, Observer, can you zoom in on the top of the reinforcement? So you see how so you can kind of see, if you look underneath the reinforcement, there's kind of like this bar. Now it turns out with the new update or whatever, the bar is like the reinforcement is now split into thirds, and if you trick the middle third, then it tricks the whole wall, like the entire thing. So what you can do is you can take Hibana or Maverick, open up the top, and open up. So what you have to do, you have to open up the top enough to destroy. There's like this little bar in the middle of the top of the reinforcement. If you take all the reinforcement metal out of that bar, you've tricked the top, and then you have to get all the way at the bottom of, like the very, very, very bottom of the wall. And you can do it with 2 Hibana charges and just completely wipe out the entire wall. Or if you take Hibana and Maverick, you can actually get 3 instead of just the 1. So it's when it works. It's great when it works. He just he did it wrong. But it is possible.
All right. Well, so far, there's only a minute left in the round, with still 5 people up, and I can't pick one waifu aggressively swinging onto Ash, but Bump is not going to win that fight. But now this is going to come out of trade, a flurry of kills out of Kennesaw State, 1 from each player on their team, negating both Stakes and McCool. as Stakes is now going to pick up his kill, and Team Ace is on the board if McCool can finish this last kill, and no Smack is going to pick another one up, and that ended rather suddenly.
Yo.
For as slow as the round was all the way up until that point, Kennesaw State just managed to box everyone into gym and bedroom like a can of sardines and just flattened them, took them out.
And
Definitely an ill-advised swing by the castle there with the ump trying to challenge the
that
R4C
was-
of Ash, but
that
you
was
gotta
out of
appreciate
control
the
they lost
confidence.
with him.
So.
And McCool lived.
McCool did live, so the
McCool
trend
did
is yet
live.
to this point.
There we go. Good job, McCool. Round clincher there, even though he didn't get a kill. Still counts. So,
Absolutely. As we're going to see the defense of the University of Texas going to CCTV. Maybe they were going gym, hoping then to catch their opponents off guard. I think that was the idea behind it. Didn't really work, as it is the primary tertiary site. Barstow is not ever really played here. I'm sure if there was a statistic for how often it's played in collegiate, it's probably less than 1%. And for any other league, for that matter. I actually can't remember the last time I saw Barstock cold.
the last time I saw Barstock was
When I slammed the KG stack with it.
okay. Are you talking about in are we talking about in pro play or in like
5 seconds remaining.
any
Pro
computer?
play.
All right,
Let's
pro
T2 and
play.
above.
Last time I think I
Attacker's
saw it
objective is to locate
was
a bomb and
Team
defuse it.
Liquid against Ints. Ints
When was
defended
that?
Barstock. INTZ.
No, win.
Oh,
win.
when?
That wasn't this season, was it?
Last stage?
Really?
Yeah, I think it was last stage or the last season under ESL.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but there's not room to impact trick over those walls, is it? Like, he's opening.
Yeah, you can.
You can? I thought it was solid. No,
No,
I guess you can.
you
Today I
can't.
learned.
You can't peek through it, but you can still impact trick through it. I've seen that a couple times.
It's
It's really, really narrow, though. You gotta be really precise. But the Malusi for the impact trick will pay with her life. So good job to Look Lots. You took out 2x Kairos charges. They have
You're
no garage.
sarcastic about that, but that does have some sort of value.
Wait, they have
right?
no garage rotate.
Or line of sight. Well, you see line of sights a lot of the times being
But
the
like,
thing.
it's
If
soft. The whole thing is
the
soft.
whole thing, yeah, that was the part I was going to say. Wait, hold on a second. Is the fact that
And
there's
they're
no
able to
line of sight-
bandit trick? You have lounge controls!
I just don't think they were anticipating the bandit to be on the wall. I'm not sure why they wouldn't, but
You can see where the Zofia impacted, she missed. Look.
oh, yeah, that sucks. Really sucks there.
And that sucks too.
Yeah, Sophia's going to be traded by the bandit, or no, the Wamai, excuse me, and Wamai is then going to be traded out, and Duckzilla is going to refrag the refrag. And so now he's
And
going to
another
pick
one.
another kill on Duckzilla, is going to pick up Stakes, and now a 2v3 for Kennesaw State, who seemed to be in early control, is now, oh, what a snap by Mango onto the castle of Duckzilla, and with a minute 7 left in the
Bobby.
round, Ricky Bobby is lurking below in lounge. Oh, and there's a
Make it
crossfire
happen.
above him.
Oh no.
Oh, wait, what? Oh, no, that's
Oh wait, oh that was the
that's
late now.
earlier.
Okay.
I was so lost, let me tell you.
Dude, I was like, huh?
Call me Dora, because I needed the map. I was so lost with what happened there. I was looking around the screen because I was...
we were on the Valkyrie. I thought Bandit died in sight, and I was like, did Ash just get pre-fire of the year or something? Like, what?
That's what I was going to say. I was about to say Mango's going to put that in the TL. Oh, my lord.
Well,
Nope. That round has come to a conclusion. It's 1-1, all notched up here early
so I guess
for Kennesaw State in
I
Texas.
guess good thing that wall wasn't open, because then Bandit might not have gotten the freebie on the guy jumping the window.
I don't know, dude.
Yeah, no, you know what else? McCool died.
You're going to keep bringing this up, aren't you?
I am absolutely gonna keep bringing.
Why
it
don't
up.
you bring it up the time that the trend is finally bucked?
Dude, once
Can I
the trend
get back-
finally bucked, then I'm gonna be lost. I'm not gonna know what's happening.
You're going to
anymore.
need the map then?
I'm just gonna
Attackers
like.
need to locate and
I'm gonna
defuse as many
lose
bombs
all
as they can.
knowledge I have of Siege in that moment.
I found it very interesting that My Bullets Go Pew is going to take Rook. I don't think Maestro was banned, and there are 2 players on the side of Texas that have had great success on Maestro, in both Ricky Bobby and I think Actually, I can't remember who the other one was. It might have been my bullets go pew. It's very interesting to me that they take the Rook instead of Maestro, who has information. Who
I thought
has-
Mine took damage there.
Huh?
I thought
Yeah.
Mine took damage there. I guess maybe they
10
they're
seconds
swapping
remaining.
the Maestro for the Valkyrie for the info.
Valkyrie also has a shield, which is another thing to note. It's not very odd in this meta, though it used to
Attackers are
be.
moving out to locate a bomb
It
and
used to
defuse
be a
it.
very pocketed sort of thing. You still see Valkyrie a lot of times with
is this?
C4. I don't think it was spawn construction, so I don't expect this to net a kill, though it is a very creative spawn peak coming out of the Wamai. I would love to know if Kennesaw State has a drone anywhere in that area, and they might collapse very quickly, but no, it seems like they're going to be going above to give a courtesy
No,
clear, even though I think UT has all 5 on site.
You know what else
They
is
do.
to note?
Oh.
That UT have 3 impacts, so they can completely deny a kitchen hatch.
And
ASU
Moto
does
wall
not
if they
clear
want to.
them. And Moto wall if they want to, if stakes.
And dirt! Well, not kind of.
Well,
They might be able to get dirt. You have to see.
I
what
don't think they're. I'm gonna be honest with you, Chief. I don't think they're impact.
I believe they could get dirt.
Well, I mean, Malusi's playing in there, maybe. Wait, she's going towards the back. Is she actually impact tricking dirt against the thermite? Oh no! Okay. I got really excited.
I was about to say.
I got she could have gotten it too, because it was on the side. It was
Did
on
you
the front
try?
panel.
She's got an impact. She might have
No,
tried.
she used the impact to open the rotate in the blue.
That'll do it. Yep.
I am so sad, dude. I thought they were gonna burn a
I was
thermite
sorry.
charge right there.
You doubted me. She definitely tried.
Man. Well, Hibana's actually gonna use 1 charge on the Moto drop down, so they could have afforded that. They could have afforded the
Well, now they have
impact.
extra
Oh wait, they
impact.
don't actually have.
But there are no.
They don't have it prepped. Why do you have 3 impacts then? Why not bring C4 as Malusi? Oh no, they do have it prepped. We just couldn't see it. We're just stupid. Mango gets the kill onto the Rook anyway. So wait, so half those impacts aren't even going to be used. And Ricky Bobby's going to DP again.
Located a bomb.
Second time today. Yo, but hey, if you want to make up faux pas trends, I can make them too. Every round that Ricky Bobby is DC'd, UT is 1. So let's see if they can buck that trend.
All right. Let's see if it happens. Oh, Laclas is gonna take some damage off of Long, and he's cut down by the smack, watching through the rotate. I can't pick one waifu though, looming up above, but there's no one being exposed to him. In the hallway, there's Duckzilla for 1, nearly traded back because he takes some damage in the back, but he still persists. And now inside of kitchen, here's the Wamai, but he doesn't look at the Hibana. Where are you going? I can't pick one waifu. Now it's all Duckzilla, and he is just pre-fired by smack.
Pending a rehost right now from the University of Texas, since they have not called one yet. Maybe Ricky Bobby is going to call. Maybe Ricky Bobby is going to come back for it on his
He
own.
didn't win.
But guess not. And
Yeah, they are.
University of Texas is going to be using their first rehost.
The observer said confired. What an idiot.
I'll make fun of Phil.
Oh,
Phil's
cool.
trying his best. Which,
I love
by the way, I would like to
Phil.
give a shout out to Mr. Exerin, also known as Phil. This is his first ever observation job ever. He has never observed for any league, anything ever before, and he has done an absolute spectacular job. So,
Yay.
shout out to him.
Also, Ricky Bobby DC and they lost. But you know what trend continues? McCool lived. Let's go. McCool still being the deciding
Iron Man for this Kennesaw State
what?
squad.
I would love to look back at Coastline. I would love to look back on Coastline and see if the same thing was the case.
I have no idea. All I knew is McCool was 0-5 to start.
Yo, can we take like a half an hour rehost so I can look back at the Coastline VOD?
You need to VOD review the Coastline just for your accuracy, just for your ludicrous theory that McCool is the counterbalance to the universe for the Kennesaw State team.
Yes, he is.
I want to look back at our game.
not been.
We need to start killing McCool. That's. I think that's the when teams VOD review. If Kennesaw State makes it past the stage or into any other leagues, they're going to be like, all right, we just got to find McCool and we're set.
Yeah, like, you know how Team Secret's strategy for beating Chi 2 was just to kill Kanto?
Yeah.
That's how you got to take down KSU. You got to kill McCool.
You got to kill McCool.
You got to turn him from McCool to McKilled.
That's a much more interesting last name than McCool. His last name is McCool. That
Oh wait,
is
really?
quite
So
possibly
it's not like haha.
Harry.
It's not like haha. I'm McCool because I'm a
Yeah.
cool guy.
I didn't believe him until he showed me his license. He's
Wow,
actually McCool, and that's why
that's
he.
sick.
Yeah,
That's sick. That's a sick last name.
that is super sick. Yeah, that is probably why he struts around with so much swagger, and why KSU is so successful. That
There's
is
so
that
many-
is my primary theory
There's
as to
so many
why.
players that just use their last name, like Bosco,
Yeah,
Fultz. Who else?
maybe what I'm hearing is McCool is the next SSG member.
Yo, maybe.
I
You
could
don't
be.
not. Oh, we got a server error again, dude. All right, we're gonna throw to a break, because Siege doesn't want to cooperate. So hopefully we get this rehost.
You've been
sorted
trying to goof
out.
me.
Yeah, hopefully we get this rehost sorted out, and hopefully the McCool legend lives on. But we will be back as soon as we get all 10 players back in the lobby.
Broken alone, I feel the rain crashing down all around this empty town. I'm searching for the lost and found, but you don't care, you're unaware. Keep moving like the scars aren't even there. It's in the air like a blazing flare. Don't stare 'cause the flames will burn us. I thought you were the one for me. That's why I gave you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me. Kiss your head when you cried for me. Hold your hand while the pain was over. Keep you warm by the roaring sea. You meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me. My darling dear, you're never here. When I'm in pain, you hide and disappear. Like shadows in the atmosphere, charting the stratosphere. Yeah. I prayed for you and kept you near, in hopes you'd chase away my fears. I'm on my own, you made it so, and now I'm chasing nightmares through. I used to run with you through the great big leaves, laugh at you when you laugh at me. Hope for us because I believe the home was just you and me. I thought you
And we're back. That was quick. Rehost done and dusted. We're back to Clubhouse, where I don't remember the score. 2-1.
Kennesaw
In favor
State
of KSU.
and McCool is still alive and thriving.
Let's go, McCool. Where's Kennesaw?
They're the top one.
Georgia?
Oh yeah, they're in Georgia.
Okay.
They're in Georgia.
What did you say? You said
Is that what you're
top
doing?
one?
Do you be honest? Do you have a Google Maps tab open?
No.
Did you Google it?
No.
So you just knew it was in Georgia?
That was a guess. That was a wild guess.
1 in 50 states. Wow, good job.
I was like, Kennesaw, that sounds like a southern state. I'm just gonna go with Georgia.
Yeah, no, Georgia. Just north of Atlanta.
Damn, there's a lot of schools in Georgia. There's Georgia
Not
State,
a lot of good ones.
Atlanta, what was it? Georgia State, Atlanta. There's Georgia Tech.
Defenders, protect
There's,
your bombs from being
Kennesaw.
defused by attackers.
I don't know any others, but I feel like there's more.
There's a lot more, yeah.
Yeah, I would assume so.
I mean-
In Connecticut, we have the 4 state schools, or we have the three regional state schools, UConn and Yale, and that's it. If anyone ever tells you they go to a school in Connecticut other than Southern, Eastern, Western, UConn, or Yale, they're lying.
Good to know. Doesn't Hartford have a
Oh,
university?
and Gateway Community College is also that one. Hartford? No, Hartford doesn't have a unit.
10
There's
seconds.
no
Gateway
Hartford
Community
University.
College. Isn't that like... Then
5 seconds to
Isn't it like the same, what's it called? Isn't it the same title of like, you know those people that
attackers
like,
must locate and defuse the bomb.
hold on. There's like a mass suicide in Connecticut, like, do you know what I'm talking about? Like Gateway something? No, it was like, it was some, I can't remember. It's like Tim Jones. Okay, so, now we're going to get back underway into action as we're back into the action phase of the University of Texas in Kennesaw State with...
Top down clearing nothing. Never mind, wait, there's a Jaeger.
There's a Jaeger.
What is he doing up here with no support and no utility? I wonder if we asked him. If we asked him, hey, if I had a gun to your head and I said, pick one waifu, I wonder what he would say.
02.
That I would if I said pick one waifu with a gun to his head or I'd kill him and he said 02, I'd pull the trigger anyway. That is the garbage taste. What a pre-fire! Jeez, good night to the Jaeger as Stakes just drives by. He just runs past the window, fires a couple bullets, and there goes the head of the Jaeger. So a great roam clear.
Get some bullets out the clock, and there goes oh, they're gonna drone out Duckzilla. Is that no? That's Ricky Bobby who's ratting in freezer. He's probably gonna be caught on the rotation down, but just narrowly by a hairline escapes the vision of the Ash of Mango, who's going to shoot a breaching charge into the hallway. And I think there was also a C4 that went off subsequently, as McCool's going to open up dirt. And the man advantage right now for Kennesaw State. Oh, it's called Heaven's Gate. That's what it's called. I remember
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
I'm glad you remembered.
Yeah.
Now here comes the X-Kairos, and there's the impact trick, and it will land as Rookie Bobby gets a kill onto Smack. So we're back to even, and KSU, other than the top floor, don't have much control. But as I say that, Looklots actually didn't impact trick the kitchen hatch. Stakes is able to get it open.
Only
That's
one
unfortunate.
impact trick, or one set of impacts this go round, so it was
The thing is, though, like he used the impact and it didn't work at all because Stakes has only used 2 X-Kairos, 1 on Moto, 1 on Kitchen, so he just completely missed it. So that's unfortunate for Looklots. Now you have a player inside dirt as well. You've got Kitchen Hatch open. You've got Moto open. Here's a flank coming out from Duckzilla though, and it'll be shut down by Stakes for a second kill of the round. Both kills for the attack coming from the Hibana. The Mozzie watching for the drop down, just waiting. If someone drops down and Mozzie doesn't win that fight, I will be absolutely flabbergasted as there's the last set of X-Kairos opening. Blue hatch, so now all the hatches are open. Thanks to Looklots' whiff on those impacts. Marble, let's go Q trying to lock off the kitchen drop down, but he's fired upon by 3 different members of the attack. Mango with another kill as well. It's all Looklots trying to challenge up into the hatch. Won't hit anything, and McCool with the diffuser. That's a 1v4 post plant for Looklots. Not a great situation to be in. I do not envy the man at this current point in time, and the long haul will in fact be locked off by his own Goyo shield. We'll try and retake top floor and use the kitchen hatch to his advantage, but there's the Hibana on the window. That'll delay the Malusi even more. Hibana runs over towards Freezer. Nearly able to win the fight, is just playing with the Malusi at this point, and still gets the 3K stakes with an excellent round. And McCool lives again.
For anyone that's watching that is tired of hearing about it, don't worry, you are not alone.
I don't
But
care.
it is true that McCool has he has 100% survivability in rounds that Kennesaw State has won. So to this point, that has been the conditional factor onto Kennesaw State's success. As right now they're up 3 rounds on attacker side of Clubhouse. That is not something you see every day, as again, this is one of the more defender-sided maps in the game. Probably beat out by, I would say, Theme Park and Oregon. Those are the only 2. Is there another one that you'd say? I think those are it.
What, that are
And,
more utility heavy?
More defender-sided.
Oh, yeah, probably just this.
So,
And Theme Park and Oregon.
Attackers need to
yeah,
locate
Cafe
and
could be
defuse the
argued,
bomb.
but I think this is more defender-sided than Cafe.
Yeah.
And NA, it definitely is more defender-sided than Cafe. I don't have any statistics specifically for Collegiate, but I can tell you for NA as a whole, it is more in the favor of defenders quite substantially with a 4-2 round split. So seeing Kennesaw State carry over the momentum so far from Cafe and continuing to rattle off rounds onto the decider map. This is for all the marbles right here. And I would say this is a do or die round
10
right now for
seconds to
Texas.
go.
Because if they don't get this, they're going to be facing
seconds
the
left
more
before
challenging side of Clubhouse down the majority.
Attackers are moving out to locate a
So
bomb and
it's
defuse
really important, in my opinion, that they do get this round here. But we'll have to wait and see how it plays out. As Kennesaw State has spawned all 5 people? Yeah, all 5 people.
That is
They're in-
what?
Whoa, what a shot by I Can't Pick One Waifu, snapping onto the head of Smack.KSU.
Oh no.
What inhuman reflexes.
Cat-like.
Oh my lord, and is
Dude,
he...
it's cat-like from all the cat girls he looks at on the internet.
Okay, and on to the next thing. So now we have Mango doing literally anything else here. Kennesaw State's going to be down a man for this round, for this attack, so University of Texas definitely stepping up to the call to action on a very important round. As the
But
wall's
they're
going to be
not.
open with still 15 seconds left before the 2-minute mark.
But they're not down McCool. It's the most
They're not
important
down
part
McCool yet.
of their attack. The fulcrum of this team still stands tall. They do lose Smack though, who is a fantastic, or has been a fantastic entry through the past couple maps. Interesting that Stakes has opened the left side wall. Usually you see, or the left panel on the right side wall. Usually you see it open like all the way to the left, and then like one to watch the window rotate. So that's a bit of a curious investment as McCool with a kill. Goodbye to my bullets go pew. That's the Rafters player. That's huge. Wait, why is Valkyrie the Rafters player? That makes no sense to me, but that's still huge just positionally anyway. I don't know if they know Looklots' mini stairs, but she will get droned out, and she's only 1 bullet from death. But Mango will whiff all of his shots, so Malusi able to get back up the stairs safely. That could have been a freebie for the Ash. They'll let it slip. At least they have the wall open, and they do have garage control, though. So it's still a really good position to start mounting this attack.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm not sure Ash whipped so much as she was unaware. She was just awkwardly dancing there. And they're going to have a drone down below an oil pit and take away the bandit and another C4 on I Can't Pick One Waifu. Depending on what Malusi has, either Impex or C4, this could really seal the round, especially if KSU does not pay attention to their lounge control. And Stakes is going to pick up another kill onto Duckzilla. Now just the Looklots who had a C4, and the round's over!
McCool
That's just the last one! And the McCool trade continues as Kennesaw State success, mounting, and a mountain of rounds now appearing in front of the University of Texas, up 4-1 as we enter round 6. It's starkly in Kennesaw State's favor now, as they're going to return to CCTV cash.
He does it all. He opens the wall. He gets his plants down. He got a
Fragmite.
2K that round. He got 2 kills.
Fragmite is on top of it.
He got the guy Rafters too, which is arguably probably one of the most important kills of that round. So McCool did very well for himself. Actually, oh no. Did we ever rehost this map yet?
We have already had a rehost by the side of
Yes, we
Texas.
did. Okay, I forgot we already had a rehost.
Yeah, I would be very impressed if there were only 10 kills across, or 10 kills across the board of KSU and 2 across the board of UT, and there was 5 rounds passed. I'd be really impressed. It'd be like turtle playoffs, basically.
My girlfriend just downloaded. You know Genshin Impact?
Mm-hmm.
My girlfriend just downloaded and she's spamming me asking why she can't.
You're a clown. You're a clown. So here we see an interesting set of. I don't understand why these reinforcements are here. I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you. I really don't know why they're here.
They're
Considering
gonna roam stage. Look where the castle's setting up. They're gonna roam stage.
10 seconds to go.
Right. But Kennesaw State's not pushed there. So
No, but it doesn't. I don't care. They're gonna roam stage and they're gonna use the hatch and they're gonna shoot the hard breach
Attackers are moving out
off
to
the
locate a
construction
bomb and
wall.
defuse it.
It's a great idea. Why? What is that?
yeah, no.
There you go. I don't know what that bulletproof
ripping sarcasm coming from your voice.
Dude, I don't know what was that bulletproof for?
Are they out of walls?
Why did they not reinforce the most? Okay.
University of Texas is, I would say, currently
is gonna be
under the
unfortunate.
pressure. Just
If
based off of
Castle-
these very. I'm not sure if these are erroneous setups that are not meant to be the way that they are, or if these are actually drawn up by design. If they were, I'm not so sure. Reinforcing all of garage just to leave one panel is really the move, because then you might as well just move the reinforcements somewhere else at that point.
Like
But
to the blue hatch.
okay, and enough out of you.
Or
So as
Lodge.
Duckzilla is going to be killing a drone coming out of secret, his backside
No.
protected
No,
by
he
the
hasn't.
castle barricade. As it's
Oh,
going
there
to
we
take
go.
a whole lot longer for Kennesaw State to take lounge control than they have in the previous rounds, even though they have 5, and last time they only had 4 people up. So, the extended time, Looklots and Castle both playing over down by lounge.
Wait, what? All the people by stage are gone.
Mango, just narrowly misses the Malusius. He's going to take a little bit of chip damage, pushing in for this Malusius. He's going to wrap around the lounge, and nobody's
Where's
there.
the rafters?
Frag, I have no idea what the Rafters player is watching, and I'm sure Looklots
Is he on camps?
Question. He is on camps in the corner, and even after the death of Malusi, he did not flinch. But hey, you do you, Maestro, as Ash whiffs.
No, that's the Jaeger.
Flashbang. No,
the Jaeger on rafters was cams.
They have
wait,
two
no,
people
Maestro's
on
there too. They have 2 people rafters, and they were both cams.
Yeah.
That makes 0 sense to me. Also, the people who set up all that utility by stage were gone in like a minute flat. Now, Ricky Bobby does get a kill from the Raptors position onto Stakes. He's very lit up for his trouble, and he'll finally die to the Zofia. There's one more player Rafters, though. It's I Can't Pick One Waifu left to try and defend against this, and they've got no clue. You can tell by the way the Ash is moving up. My Bullet Scope Pew, though, takes a significant amount of damage inside of the site, and there's the Ash going down. There we go. Almost scary there, as I Can't Pick One Waifu, a lot of his bullets being eaten up by the railings. But he will persist inside of Rafters. Now we're down to a 3 versus 3. HP in the advantage of KSU. Here comes another player trying to go from below to clear out this Jaeger. This time it's Smack on half HP. I Can't Pick One Waifu dancing around R2, going over towards 90. There's 2 players now trying to push up on his location, and he'll finally get finished off by the Zofia. But no, there's only 11 seconds left. What? My Bullet Scope just lets the Thermite go past. There's pings on him, but still there's a player Rafters. Zofia will whip for shots. Here's the anti-cover, but no! He can't land it in time! That's so unfortunate for the smoke. And McCool defies death, knowing that KSU were gonna win the round and he needed to live. And they will take it solely off the back of the Thermite.
You having fun?
I am having a lot of fun. McCool ate those SMG-11 shots like a goddamn champ, dude. Holy crap.
Yeah, McCool
He just
definitely
took it.
did that.
I thought he was a goner, but he just took it in the back.
He took it in the back, and then it was cleaned up by Step Bro. Huh? How about that one? All right, so we are going to have Kennesaw State starting on a momentous defensive side. They have to win 2 defensive rounds. Not a tall task for any team, probably not named University of Texas. University of Texas had a very lopsided side on defense. Not really sure why they couldn't make the adjustments needed. It seemed like they were very hard stuck in their strategies and didn't very run what they were doing, despite the fact that strategically, surgically, Kennesaw State was picking them apart with their attacks. And now Kennesaw State's going to be onto the defensive side, which is supposed to be the side that has the advantage, but we'll see here as they successfully get all 4 of the garage walls. UT take notes. I don't know what UT has to do, to be honest here. Well, obviously they have to win 5 rounds.
They need to kill McCool! We've been over
kill
this! They need to kill McCool!
Alright, well, beyond killing McCool, what do they need to do? Which McCool is
Kill
also
everyone
on the
else.
playing the most valuable life on the side of Kennesaw
They
State.
need to kill McCool, and then they need to kill everyone else. That's what they need to do to win, and they haven't been doing that.
Absolutely. Maybe with this being the decider, maybe with this being the comfort pick for the University of Texas, they are
The fact that McCool only has 1 death through 6 rounds as Thermite is just astounding. He's been playing it like really well too. I don't think I've seen McCool overextend once.
Yeah.
In the past 2 years.
He's a very patient player. He really lets the game come to him, and he doesn't try to force things, and he values his life as the Thermite. That allows, even for early struggles to getting the wall, even when time trickles off the clock and Kennesaw State's not making progress on the attack side, the hard breach is still there to get the walls open for whenever they do manage to get the progress that they need. And that's very important because you see a lot of, especially in Collegiate and T3, you see a lot of hard breaches get over aggressive and try to make plays when they feel like their team's not doing it. just because there's just this feeling of like, oh, well, it's not really working out. Well, maybe I have to do something. And McCool has complete faith in his team and
The
continues
EMP
to
the
drone,
wall.
continues to be the best support player he can, and that's really aided his team thus far. As it seems like either a split push is going to come out from the University of Texas, or they're going to flip it entirely and go to construction side, which the diffuser has now been moved over towards that direction,
What-
and they
you
only have
have
one
to-
hard breach. So
They're just not trying to take server wall at all. They're like, oh, it's bandit tricked? I guess we're just not gonna push there. Smack gets the first kill. It's quickly refragged by My Bullets Go Pew, but Ricky Bobby tags on for another. So they do go 1 for 2. The time is not on their side. 1:15. They've still gotta try and take construction, but that too is bandited, and if the bandit swaps over, he can trick that wall as well. But no, where is the bandit? He just kind of dipped. I'm not
be
sure
below.
where he went. I don't even see his...
Oh, Bandit is dead.
Bandit's
That
dead.
might be why Bandit is nowhere
I
to be seen.
completely forgot that he rotated over and got killed, but oh, no, from above! Mango's able to down the Zofia, but can't finish her off. Stop step, bro. There's another one for Mango as the Zofia is finished off. It's a 3 versus 2, and McCool is still alive, the most important part of this round. Look, and Ricky Bobby have to try and pick off this smoke before they try for anything else. What? It went on the other side? That was really weird. The Jaeger nearly gets lit up by Ricky Bobby, is down to about 1 HP. McCool sits pretty behind the reinforcement as well, and UT just cannot make any headway thanks to the gas canisters. Mango does get finished off. McCool, though, there's one frag for him, and Stepbro with the other, and McCool, the linchpin of the round, will win it out for KSU just by merely staying alive.
I can't pick one waifu. Very salty in chat right now about being floor banged. Excellently done by Mango. Oh man, match point.
They had
Didn't
a
see
Val.
this one coming. After watching that Coastline game,
Also,
this
why
is
is he-
not the way I thought this would have.
Why is he
This would've
complaining about
panned out.
being shot through the floor when there's
I don't know.
when
Some
there's a
some
Valk
players
on the
just.
board?
I would assume that his spirits are probably a bit down
Maybe
with
maybe 'cause
how
there wasn't
tumultuous this game has gone
Maybe 'cause there
for
wasn't a yellow
Texas
ping?
since.
maybe because there wasn't a yellow ping, but
It was a really lucky wall bang. Maybe he heard there's a little bit of a hole there. Nothing to see the Zofia, but he just shot through the floor based off, I'm going to guess, attuned ears. And I don't really enjoy dying that way either, but I would imagine emotions and tempers are flaring right now for the University of Texas as
You know,
they were in the driver's seat early and up on their map pick as well.
Attackers need to locate
Just
and
within
defuse as
3
many
rounds
bombs as
of
they
locking
can.
it up and going on to the next round of the playoffs, and it has all fallen apart since then. As Kennesaw
who,
State hopes to close shop up here with this hopefully being their last round at Church Arsenal.
you know whose temper isn't flaring?
McCool's.
McCool.
Yeah.
He's keeping a cool head.
Mm-hmm.
He's keeping a
Yeah.
yeah. Cool temper.
I made a pun earlier. I don't even remember what pun, but I'm not gonna hate you for that. Even
Oh,
though
you
it's
made
like-
a. It was
10
when
seconds
Smack
left.
was.
Oh, yeah,
There
smack.
were like
Yeah,
5
yeah.
seconds left, and he's just sitting there
5
hitting a
seconds
castle
remaining.
barricade.
That's what you call a smack right there, yeah.
Yeah.
What I would also call a smack is this match
Attackers are
up
moving out
until
to
this
locate
point.
a bomb and defuse it.
Texas has not had much of a chance thus far as the band wave is going to come out and
Camera feed up and running.
apparently stutter the servers a little bit, just from visual. I'm not entirely
There's a
sure
guy
if that's
named
true or not.
Hey, Daddy. And goodbye to
Don't wanna
Ricky
hear
Bobby.
MangoKSU is going to get the opening pick onto
Mango.
Ricky Bobby, who has been a very important player
Oh, that's
in
Asher.
UT's success, and that's going to be the Thatcher off the board, but Cade is banned, so that's not really going to make much of a difference.
You do have
to
a
this
bandit
point.
though. So if they were going to go for the church wall, they probably can't anymore thanks to Ricky Bobby's death. Now the player in back Arsenal, Stop Stepbro, looking for the frag, can't find it through the floor just yet, but I mean KSU, they're still roaming.
Yeah, there's been no effort of a roam clear on the side of Texas, so KSU is probably just going to retake this map control. And they're going to stick to each other's side, probably play for trades. That's what I would guess anyway. On the side of Kennesaw State, they have a Jaeger playing an oil pit right now. They have somebody on cams for them. It's just a well-oiled machine right now. as far as the Kennesaw State side goes, and I'm not really liking the odds at the University of Texas.
What is the Soviet doing? What?
They're just gonna
What?
turn a blind eye to main stairs, as now it's a 5v2, and man advantage is grossly in the favor of Kennesaw State. However, Mango is finally going to fall and is down to both the hard breaches of Hibana and Ace with 1 minute and 25 seconds. Stop Step Bro is going to lose a little bit of HP, but not anything worth the consolation prize of losing both Sledge and Zofia. I can't pick one waifu, giving up already, typing GG in chat. Even though his Hibana is going to get another kill. Even the opponent calling out the poor sportsmanship of I can't pick one waifu, not the greatest, to be honest.
Well, I mean, My Bullets Go Q and Looklots are both very low in HP though, so it would have been a nearly insurmountable task in a 2v5, even if they were at
But you
full.
don't quit on your team.
You don't
have
quit
to
on your
have faith.
team.
That's just kind of
But
that's a bad taste in the mouth.
UT are kind of exposing themselves, and there we go. Oh, McCool goes down. All of a sudden, the round is doable. But no, look, loss will be felled. It's all to My Bullets Go Q. He's just gonna drop.
And the trend has been defeated.
And the trend
Stop
has been
that,
fucked
bro.
on the final round of the game. McCool finally dies in a round win for KSU, and they will stomp Longhorn Orange 7-1 on the final map.
Kennesaw State has come back from an insurmountable deficit on Coastline, a waning deficit on Cafe, and finally just took it home. Horses ran straight to the finish line here, and the Owls are gonna. Oh, it was a hoot pun. That's what it was that I made.
Yeah, he did
Yeah.
that too. A hoot for the Owls, huh?
Yeah. Oh man, what a great game! I enjoyed
Why
casting.
did
that one a
McCool
lot.
have to die?
I don't know why McCool had to die, but sometimes it just is the way that it is.
Wait, Phil, you're still in the game. Tell McCool that I'm very upset with him for dying. That ruined my night.
Wasn't that ruinous?
No.
That ruined your whole night. Well, it can't be that ruined. We have another
ruined
match here at
my
9:30.
whole night.
Um,
No, we don't.
We don't?
Not anymore. We don't.
Oh, we don't?
No, because
Okay.
McCool died. It's because McCool died.
Oh, we don't because McCool died. That's cool.
It's McCool.
Yep. Do we have an interview?
No. All right.
Oh, we do not. They
we are
declined
not
an
doing
interview. Okay, so there's going to be no interview on the side of the winners team, but thank you all for tuning in. We do have another match here. Who is the match later tonight? Is it Texas Tech and Boston? Texas Tech and Boston are going to be live here on the Bravo stream, or if you want to check out St. Clair and UTSA, they're live on the main stream. We will be back shortly, and we'll have that match up and going. Congratulations to Kennesaw State for making it to the round of 16, and congratulations to the University of Texas as well for making it to the playoffs this season. A great season from both of them.
Broken alone, I feel the rain crashing down all around this empty town. I'm searching for the lost and found, but you don't care, you're unaware. Keep moving like the scars aren't even there. It's in the air like a blazing flare. Don't stare 'cause the